painting with the fabric, which I think is great.
I mean, if you look at not just any of these here,
the sort of the possibilities are endless with the organza. So you've got the nice tweed background, which is really nice to stitch on, and then the fabulous colours that you can fray and distort, and you just get a little bit of texture before you've actually started to stitch.
Very rural, isn't it?
Yeah.
And very, very beautiful. Look at that one there.
And then a bit of sparkle with the beads. So called sparkle, you know, they've got different kinds of beads, some bugle beads and some seed beads, and, you know, they catch the light.
And this could be just like a little note to say, and in this day and age of technology and text messages and everything else, it's lovely to actually receive a little note in the post. Or a
little thank you note, or a birthday wish or something, but just a small, you know, it's not going to take too long to do, which is perfect, really.
Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. And each one can be different and can be unique.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the instructions take you through each one, and there'll be a guide as to how to do each one, and more or less the position of the organzas. But really, you can swap the colours. I mean, there are 17 colours in this design.
Now, the tweed itself comes as one piece. So, as you can probably see, Katrine's got it in front of her at the moment. So, all six?
All six. So you would work all 6 designs and then cut them up for your card. And just check as you're stitching that you're not going to stitch too much. So just use the card just to check that you're not, you know, making it too big, unless you're going to put it into a picture. Now,
if you want to shop ahead of us, there are lots of kits. As I say, it's like the best of 2017. So if you want to have a little look ahead, the website's there, hochanda.com. You see all the fantastic kits that are in the show, but we will go down the counter a bit later. But we'll just give you an idea as to how to progress with this and how to start with it.
Okay, so we've got a collection of organzas in the pack, and so the first thing to do is you're going to place them over the fabric. So the first thing, we're going to take the fabric on the bias. So that means the sort of stretchy part of the fabric, and we're just going to cut a little piece, and then you're going to distort it and be a bit mean to it. You're just going to pull it apart and distort it with your fingers, just to make it think messy and distorted. And so when you've got each piece as you like it, then you're going to place those over the printed lines, and you just put as much organza as you wish, and then obviously you're going to pin those in place with the flower head pins, which are really good, and a little bit of sparkle on there, and that's going to really create a really nice piece.
Yeah, so the more random the better.
I think so. I think so. I mean, some people like it quite neat, but I like it really messy. So I think that's really, really nice. Okay, then I'm going to put the work into my frame.
Now, these frames are brilliant. Normally you expect like embroidery hoops to be wood with the little screws on the top. These are kind of modern versions of the jewellery hoop. Or the embroidery hoop, sorry. You get both of them, and you also get your embroidery scissors as well in the bundle for £15.99. And there's no screw to concern yourself with on this. It's basically a little squeeze action. That's all you've got to do, and that releases the hoop.
It's great because it keeps the work taut, but then if you want to move it around your piece, it's not going to distort the fabric. You know, it's not going to distort the weave or anything. So you could work this one with the smaller design or the big, either one. On this design. And then the first thing that you're just going to do, in the kit you'll get the chenille needle and all the colours, and there are step-by-step instructions just as a guide.
And the chenille needle is very, very sharp, isn't it?
It's a sharp point with a large eye, and it's great because it means you can use wools, you can use metallic threads, and it's multi-purpose for that.
And if I just show you, this is the kit as it comes. So there are all your fabric pieces, your organzas, your metallics, your beads as well. I'll just show you where the beads are. Packs of beads like that. There's your organza, there's your tweed. And then we had quite a few tweed shows yesterday as well. There's quite a bit of tweed going on.
It must be,
It's the most fashionable fabric at the moment. And there are all your threads, all organised for you on your key card, all numbered. And of course that refers to the instructions, doesn't it, the numbers? So.
Yeah, so, you know, you've got a variety of metallics and stranded cottons and
it's only £14.95?
I think that's good. It's good value.
It's really good value.
Good
it works
value.
out to then about, how much per card? £2.50 a card.
And I mean, you're creating really a piece of art with this card, so they're quite unique, you know, you're not going to...
They'd be destined for frames, wouldn't they?
Yes, I think people would give mount the piece into a frame afterwards. So I'm just going to secure the organza to start with, just with some long straight stitches. So I'm just using the print as a guide as to what size stitch to do. And then that's just really quite quick.
It doesn't take long at all, does it?
It's not like a counted method of stitching where you're counting across the surface. Here you're going over the surface, so that's much quicker. And it means you can do your own thing. Once you've got a few lines on there from the print and you're going through, you can add to your own design, which is great. That's what I like about stitching.
It's a really good entry kit to consider going forward as well, because again, if you're a little bit like me and you're impatient, you'll get the job done pretty quickly, but also anyone can do it. You follow the guidelines, add a few beads, and it's relatively
complete.
simple.
It's complete. And obviously, being sparkles, you can add as much sparkle as you wish. So if you want to go a little bit mad with all the colours, then you can do that. So straight stitch is the basis of a lot of our designs.
Right.
And then the next stitch that I think is quite useful is a French knot. So it's one thing that you it's easy to do, and I think it's quite effective. And so this is a stranded cotton, so that means it's made of 6 lengths. So in the instructions it'll tell you how many threads to use, 3 strands or 2 strands.
Yep.
And then if you wish to put a knot, you can put a knot at the back,
right,
tiny one, or not.
Okay.
You can change. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a French knot. So they are easy. It is better to work this stitch in a hoop, and so you just hold the thread about a couple of centimetres away, and then you're just going to take the thread round. You're just going to go around once, twice, and then turn the needle point down, and you've got plenty of time to do that, and just aim almost into the same place.
So not quite into the same hole, but next to it.
Because if you did, it would just come through to the back.
Yeah.
So as you push the needle all the way through, then just tighten that, and that just keeps the knot neat. And then just let it do its own thing. Don't guide the stitch. Leave it to do its own thing.
And there's your French knot.
So it's so easy, and I use them on every. I mean, I use them. Yeah, I can't not use them really. I think they're so good. And you work the stitch around the needle twice. So if you wanted to make the knot bigger, you increase the thread. But it would tell you in the instructions 6 strands, or use it as a wall.
So how many different types of technique are there in these cards then? I mean, you've done the straight stitch.
Well, we've
done
done
the French
straight knot. We've got a couple of fly stitches. So fly stitch is a little bit like a Y shape.
Right.
So you insert the needle opposite and then bring the needle down, and then it forms a little Y, so almost like a little plant.
Excellent.
And then there's a couple of lazy daisies as well. So there really are only about 4 or 5 stitches that you need, and once you've done them, they apply to all our kits. So some kits are mostly straight stitch, maybe the odd French knot, a few beads like the flower ones in front of us. Really effective stitch. You know, straight stitches is sort of, you know, the workhorse really of the whole thing.
And always, of course, a good idea to record the shows, or if you want to watch back on rewind, you can do. When your kit arrives, you can watch this show back maybe in 2 or 3 days' time. Now, looking at the cards, let's have a little recap as to all the 6 designs you get. Remember, it comes on one sheet of tweed, or one piece of tweed. You can then cut it to whatever shape you wish, and you can then distress it and fray the edges, which is a lovely look, actually. But all 6 of these, it works out to £2.50 a card. Now, I think the art of sending notes, the art of sending cards, is getting less and less with technology. So it's a lovely thing to be able to kind of make this and then send a note to someone, just wishing them well or whatever it might be. And that's going to be something that they will keep, they'll cherish, they'll probably not put it in a drawer, they'll probably end up putting it in a frame. And you can also, if you wanted to, cut the card in half. If maybe the written words are on the back and you wanted to just kind of trim it and then put it in a frame, that would look lovely. But you get enough to make all 6 of them for £14.95, so only £2.50 per card, and you get all the threads, all the beads, the needle, the cardstock, everything you need, and the tweed as well. That's 163654 is your item number there. So that's where we're starting, and lots of interest coming through on the phones for that right now. And remember, this show is basically a little look at it's like top of the pops. It's like the best bits of 2017 from Rowan Dean. So some really popular items that you may have missed during the year that we're bringing back at superb prices. And also, this is our accessory pack, which is relatively new. This only debuted last time Katrina was here. You're getting the needle pebble, lots of different size needles in there. You're getting a couple of magnets as well, and also you're getting your flower head pins too. 741201 is the magnet so you don't lose the needles.
Yes, so you put it and they clip in between the two surfaces, and you can just rest your needle there, or your scissors, or pins.
Brilliant. Okay, well that's £9.99. Now, what else have we got in the show? Let's have a little look at this one. My favourite picture is this. I'm a cat person. I love pretty cats. And there's the cat and the hydrangea, which has been a really popular choice. Already you found it on the website. Actually, you've shopped ahead of us. So there are your stranded threads, and also there are, of course, your design, your print to work to. And this is not Aida, is it, or is it?
No, no, it's an even. It's not an even. It's just a cotton.
Oh, just a cotton.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's no counting across. It's just the colour and the thickness. I think is quite important as well.
Look at the dimension, though, on this. Look at the amount of detail in that. It's absolutely lovely. The texture's phenomenal. It really jumps off the...
And then the sort of hydrangea flowers are made with combining 2 different colours or 3 different colours together. So you get that lovely effect with the French knot.
They
are all French knots.
Oh, right. Lots of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at the little cat. He's seen something in the undergrowth. He's seen a mouse or something underneath the plants.
He has, definitely.
Yeah. Now, this is on a freedom price as well, so these prices are really, really ridiculously affordable for what you get. £10.79. It doesn't come with a frame, obviously. That's something that you can sort out later. But you get everything that you need to make it, and also full instructions how to do the all-important French knots there as well, so it's actually kind of written in diagram form what number or what letter of yarn or thread you need to put where, so you get the colours spot on. So if you are a little bit colourblind, it's almost like you're colouring in by numbers, aren't you?
Well, yeah, yeah, thread painting.
Yeah.
Sounds,
thread painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. The cat with the hydrangea, 553893, just £10.79 if you're a Freedom member, or £11.99 if you're not a Freedom member, plus your P&P. There we go, to our dandelion and bumblebee. We all love bees, not too keen on wasps, but we all love bees. And this image is again beautiful, and this has got your signature organza in the background. Look at all these gorgeous colours of organza, really spring-like, aren't they?
They're great. So this time they're much bigger pieces, and that's creating the background to the design. So you're going to overlay the print, and that's going to create the colour, and then stitch over the top.
Sure. And again, the printed image is there. There we are, look, so you can see. So it's easy to follow. And you go right up to the line, do you, with the stitching? Yeah,
yeah. I mean, you won't see any of the stitching at the end. You know, the idea is that you wouldn't see the print, so that it's a guide for stitching,
right.
Really.
And there's all your thread, all colour coordinated, and you've also got your little beads there as well for added texture. But the bumblebee, achieving the impossible, they say the bumblebee does, because he shouldn't be able to fly with a body that size. So he does achieve the impossible. That's the symbol of it. So £11.99 is the price, and it's 863017 your item number. If you're looking for a project that says spring or summer, then I think that does it.
Yeah, and it's very easy to do, which I think is nice.
Great. Okay. Now next, rather than something to put in a frame or a card, what about a practical gift for anyone who loves their needlecraft? Here we've got a needle case which you can make. So it's an actual practical gift, and there's a choice. You can either go for poppy or the bluebells. Choice is yours. What is this made from? Is this like a felt?
This is hand-dyed felt.
Right. So
it's a wool felt that I've dyed, so it'll come out in different colours.
Oh, right.
But it's great to stitch on, and gives you lots of contrast in the threads and the fabrics.
Oh wow! Look.
And so in this design, you'll get the 2 main fabrics, and then you'll get lots of ideas as to what to put on each page.
So I didn't realise all the pages had embroidery on them. That's really sweet. I thought they were actually plain, but brilliant. So each one a little miniature work of art. So that one is your bluebells, and then this is your poppies, and all hand-dyed felt.
All hand-dyed felt, so you'll get the different colours, and then you'll get the designs and a sheet of ideas how to. And then there's a little bit of that one for the pebble inside. So if you've ordered the accessories, so you can get your little pebble out there.
Oh, cool! A little pocket.
Just keep that.
Really sweet. So that's the poppy, and that's in the lead at the moment. And this is only £14.39. And again, everything you need is included, including, of course, the printed designs of hand-dyed felt, organza, and the beads as well, and all of your stranded threads there as well. Beautifully organised and done for you for less than £15. £14.39 delivered if you're a Freedom member, otherwise £15.99 plus your P&P. 995499. Now, next we've got another firm favourite is the snowdrops. Again, we put this one into a frame. These are all really achievable sizes. You know, you're not embarking on something that's going to take you months and months and months to do, which is
That's
lovely.
right, that's right.
You can just pick it up and put it down. And,
yeah.
But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Again, you've got organza going on here. This time, though, you've got slightly darker colours of organza. You've got the dark blues, the petrol greens, and I think a purple, is them?
Well, when you overlay the two colours, you'll get slightly different. So it's sort of a blue and a green and a little flash of a brighter colour. But it really makes the white of the snowdrops stand out.
Yeah, absolutely. And there they are. Again, there's the printed material, which you follow. And that's the finished result. £12.49, 569188. Then finally, DR Floor Manager fell in love with this one earlier on. She was really absolutely gobsmacked by it. And she was, how have you done the trees? How have you done that three-dimensional? How do you do that?
It's yarn
Right.
that's wrapped. So there's no wire or anything inside. It's a core of a wool yarn, and then you wrap it and split the threads off as you work the shape. I mean, there is a print on the fabric as well, so to do that. But this is a piece that's got more texture, perhaps more stitches. It's in a range that we call chunky range, so we're using knitting yarns and textured threads and beads, a little bit of organza for the pebbles. Really, really nice.
Isn't that great? Now, this is probably the biggest project, well, it is the biggest project of the show, but what an effect you can create. £26.96 is all this is. All of these beads, all of these are included, all the yarns included, full instructions, and, of course, your printed image as a guide is included as well. And you get not only the stranded cotton here, oops, pop it back there, but you're also getting this as well, which is what you use to make the tree.
That's right, so you're getting a mixture of yarns, you know, you're getting some pure silk filament, you're getting some boucle yarns, some mohair yarns, so it all gives that interest of texture, which is great.
Yeah, it is great. Very different, very unusual. People will always going to come up and want to touch it, probably. So if you want to go for yours, it's already proving popular. It's £26.96, and it's 236399, your item number. And this is a freedom price as well on this, yeah? There is a freedom price. There we are. Look, £26.96 delivered, or £29.95 if you're not a freedom member. And the benefits of becoming a freedom member, I'm sure you know by now already, but in case you don't, if you become a freedom member, you don't have to worry about any postage at all on anything you buy from us for a whole month. It's £6.97 for the month's membership. 88888 is your item number. You get discounts on certain items, like we've just shown you with those blue prices. Also, you get your members badge, and you get unlimited standard delivery for the whole month, and a monthly newsletter as well. You can opt out after a month if you want to. You can, if you're having a month away or whatever, you can cancel your membership, or you can just keep it going at £6.97 a month. But potentially, depending on how much you buy from us, you could save yourself a small fortune in P&P. And we've got a freedom event that is starting tomorrow, so if you want to be in and benefit from that, join the Freedom Club today. 88888. Now, another one that we've not shown you yet is right in front of us. We've got our pansies, and these are individual kits, but again, I think they are absolutely delightful. They really are. This one just here, let's run through them for you. So first option is the pansy, that one. Then we have the Helenian, is what this one's called, and these are different item numbers, so jot down the item number that's relative to this one. This historically is the most popular, so that's your Helenium, £12.49, that's 941499. I can't get over these prices, they're so affordable. Then we have the Himalayan poppy in the blue. That's a popular one as well, something a bit different too, and that's £12.49 as well. The frames aren't included, but you can get these for next to nothing in the high street these days, and these are really, really popular. They were a one-day special, actually, back in November, I think it was. December it was. But we got them now individually available for the first time. So rather than buying all three, if you don't want to do that, you just want to maybe focus on one, maybe you're brand new and you're starting out, maybe you want to try the Heleniums or whatever, then, yeah, just £12.49. Item numbers are on the screen and they're on the website as well. And we're going to do one of these, aren't we, now? Are we doing this? No?
I've got the poppy.
Oh, we're doing the poppy, sorry. We're doing the poppy. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting confused.
Okay, so this is the needle case.
Right.
Okay, so in your needle case, the bit to start stitching to start with are the 2 prints. All right, so you'll get all the materials to complete those. Almost the same as before. We're going to put down our organza, cut little pieces, and then the instructions tell you to stitch. So it's really, really, really easy to do. A mixture of colours, and some of them are fabulous because they're shaded threads, variegated threads, so the magic will happen as you start to stitch, so it won't be the same as somebody else's.
Okay.
Which I quite like that.
I think they're great.
They're perfect.
Yeah.
They're great. And once you've got one, you could. I suppose you could display your work in those, but they're perfect for keeping the tension. I like them. I like those. Okay, so once you've got your organzas on there, let's just have a go at some of the colours. Again, this time you're going to work. I think it's best to work these and then get your book together, and then use the colours. You can change the balance of the colours. Or you can do it exactly as the instructions say.
Okay. How long would one of these books take you to do then?
Well, I think once you get going, you can't stop.
Right.
So a couple of days, I don't think it takes very long.
Or you could do a page an evening,
you could, and I think it's the sort of thing, if you're going to a class or you're meeting friends, you can take that with you and maybe do a page while you're having coffee. It's something that you can add to, almost. It's a textile journal almost.
Yeah, it's a really thoughtful gift idea though for someone who loves their stitching and their sewing and their embroidery, rather than it just being something you put in a frame, something you can actually hold and use.
That's right.
And admire.
That's right. So I think the first thing to do is to actually do your designs and get those and decide where you're going to have those in your book, and then start adding the pages. So it's the same stitches as we have done before.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of French knots, but there are 1 or 2 lazy daisies. So lazy daisy is a great stitch. I think it's really, really useful. So if I show one of those, so lazy daisy, this time it's almost like you insert the needle into the same place and bring it back onto the surface, and then just tuck the thread underneath. And as you do that, you pull the needle towards yourself, and that gives a nice shape to the stitch, and then you just hold that loop in place with a little bit of a straight stitch.
Right.
And that's a lazy daisy. That's a lazy daisy. So if you wanted to make a flower shape, then you just rotate your design and you just go back to the centre, and I think this is why it's called lazy daisy, because you just get that lovely little flower shape.
Doesn't take long, does it? And it's very effective.
And you just keep turning that. So I tend to always bring the thread towards myself, and then that means you're able to control the size and the tension on the thread quite easily.
And again, you've got that signature organza background as well, which is lovely. Picks up the light stunningly well, doesn't it?
Instant colour.
Yeah.
So we've got a few beads on there as well. And then you can. If you found it awkward with the frame, there are 1 or 2 stitches that are better without the frame, and lazy daisy can be one of those. So if you were working it and you found it difficult to bring the needle back on the surface, then just take it out the frame and then put it back in for the other stitches.
Okay.
So that's a lazy daisy. So we've done French knot, straight stitch, lazy daisy.
Got to say good morning to Sue. Hello, Sue. You've emailed in. She says, I love Rowan Dean's little card kits, these here. She said, I purchased 2 last year and they're great little projects to do. I've not done embroidery for years and it's got me back into it, she says.
Brilliant.
And she said the fabrics are delicious and the colours are so vibrant as well, as what she's saying. So thank you for that, Sue. Nice to know you're up with us early in the morning. Maybe doing a bit of embroidery later on.
That's
what it is.
It is. And then on our Facebook page, people can send, pictures of the finished work, and it's great. It's really lovely to see.
You can do that with us if you want to, and lots of you do now actually send things in. So if you want to send it to studio@hochanda.com, if you've maybe done some of these cards, you've taken some pictures of them, or you want to take pictures of them, send them in to us, and we can pop them up on the screen and show everybody else what you've done at home. Because if you're thinking, oh, it's just Katrina that can do this, I wouldn't be able to. Prove it to everyone else that anyone can do this, because it is something that you can, even if you've never done it before.
Yeah, and everybody's got different ideas, and even though you're following a plan, they come out really, really different. So I'm just going to show you how to do a few poppies. All right, so this is on a piece of pure silk. So you're just going to cut a bad circle. Don't be good at it. It wants to be slightly misshapen. Doesn't want to be too round.
So this is going to be a challenge. If you're a perfectionist, this is a challenge. Messy is what...
Messy, that's a great... And I think people shouldn't worry about what the back looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's one of the things you think embroidery's got to be so neat and tidy. No, it doesn't. You're just enjoying it. Yeah. Nobody's going to see the back.
Exactly.
So,
and nature, I always say nature's not perfect.
That's right.
So
I've got my little shape on there, and I'm just going to do a French knot to hold that in place. And then you can add as many poppies, because remember it is a poppy needle case, and you can go overboard with the poppies. So on the card there are other colours that you can use. You know, there are different shades of purple and black, and that will give you, if you wanted the poppy to have a black centre.
Now, if we just have a little look here and show you, these are the needle organiser books. There we are. This is the bluebell option, and obviously the hand-dyed felt are blue and yellow. What kind of a yellowy green, actually? All hand-dyed by Katrina. And then this one, of course, is your poppy, which is what we're working on.
Well, I can work on both.
There we go. And there's the poppies with the French knot in the centre. Really effective, isn't it? And the idea is you do a little design on each of the sheets. They are really sweet. Gorgeous. And you get everything you need included, even the needles included.
Needles included as well.
Excellent.
And you get a coloured illustration sheet to show that, you know, of ideas what you could do on the pages and how you can decorate those. So once you've finished your stitching, you're then going to cut it out, and then you're going to start planning your book and just pin your 2 stitched pieces where you might want them. And then as you go through your book, you can add little pieces and stitch. You'll get extra felt so that you can do some decorative pieces as well. And then keep all of these, and then you can, it's quite fun to work, where am I going to put all the different pieces and all the different shapes.
Yeah, like a little jigsaw.
Yeah, and then just try some stitches. So we've got some chain stitch, like, you know, lazy daisy in a line. We've got some stem stitch, and I think that's quite fun, especially if you're going somewhere and you think, well, I think I'd like to show off all my stitches. You know, it's quite a nice project to take with you. So the blues are really nice, and I think you could add lots and lots of texture through the organza. So you'll get loads of layers of organza in your pack.
And again, talk about affordability. Only $15.99 for the poppy or the bluebell, so you choose. 995499 is that item number, and all the kits are, of course, on the website if you want to have a little look, hochanda.com. That's what the kit will look like, though, and I can't get over the fact that that's all hand-dyed felt. So Katrina actually does that process. You'll have something pretty unique then to work with, which is lovely. And like Katrina said, if you do go to maybe embroidery classes, or you go and I don't know, have coffee with friends and take a project with you to have a little play with during the day, then this is great, because you can show off your artwork by taking this. It's like a needle organiser, and you can put all sorts of things in the little pockets if you want to as well. So it's a needle case for $15.99, and it's $995,499, your item number. 2 choices, either poppy, which is that one, or the bluebells, which is the one that's on your screen now. OK, now, the bumblebee, I'm not at all surprised you're loving this. Achieving the impossible. They're not supposed to be able to fly with the body the size that they are, but they do. And that's why it's a symbol of achieving the impossible. So this could be a lovely good luck picture to give someone. I love the colours, that fantastic spring-like light green, bright yellow, and the bumblebee just buzzing around there. $11.99 is all this is. And if I show you the kit, you've got all of the thread on the organiser card, all numbered for you as well. And of course, if you have a little look at the instructions, you can see that all the different areas on the picture have got different letters, and they correspond, of course, to the different coloured thread. Full instructions included, how to do the French knots on there as well. You've then got all your organza. There's lots of organza here in different shades of yellow and green.
And there's your fabric that's been printed. So basically you just stitch where the pattern is on the fabric. The fabric then, or the pattern on the fabric completely disappears because you're putting the threads over the top, and you end up then with a beautiful work of art. And the texture on it is amazing. The bumblebee, very three-dimensional. And you've got little beads down there as well. Again, you've got little French knots there too. Beautifully done. £11.99 is all this is, and again it's an achievable project which you could probably do in a couple of evenings. 863017 is your item number if you'd like to have that image of spring on your wall or on your bedside cabinet. Now the putty cat, which is just to my right, here is the cat with the hydrangea. She's found something, or he, it could be a he, she's found something underneath the plants there. Something's going on, something's wriggling. It could be a slug, it could be a mouse, it could be whatever. And it's only £11.99. But again, it's something you could be so proud of making. All those hydrangeas really leap off the fabric, and they're completely three-dimensional. Those are all French knots, and there's dozens and dozens of them that make the hydrangea. And then the cat is just so beautifully done. Isn't it lovely? £10.79 is all this is as a kit. This is a freedom price, so it's a discounted price and it's a delivered price as well. So you're saving about £1.20 off the price, and you're saving the postage as well. So, you know, your quid's in by being a Freedom member, definitely with that one. And it looks lovely in a frame. You can choose to put it on a frame if you wish, or do with it whatever you wish. Incorporate it maybe into a cushion, or you can, you know, use them in all sorts of ways. But £10.79 delivered for Freedom members, 553893. And then the sparkle cards down the end here, this has got to be the best value for money. Amazing that you get everything that you need in the kit. And the idea is that with your tweed, you get one sheet of tweed that's actually got all of the images printed on there, so all 6 of those images are on there. They're your guidelines to follow. Then you get your bugle beads, your seed beads, you get your organza, you've got your metallics there as well. You've got purple, green, gold, all of that. Plus, of course, you get the cardstock. And this is beautiful quality cardstock. It's almost like a Centura pearl finish to it, so it's really lovely. And you get 6 cards, 6 envelopes, and you get all the fabric and the threads. And then, one by one, you've got these beautiful cards which you can gift. I mean, it is a gift as well as a card, isn't it? Whether it's a thank you note, whether it's a sympathy card, whether it's a happy birthday card, it can be for any occasion that you want. But the person that receives it, the fact that you've actually embroidered it is going to make it even more special, and it's destined for a frame, isn't it? Definitely. £14.99 is the price. £14.95, sorry, £14.95, 163654. And all the techniques that we're showing you with Katrina's today, all of them are achievable, all of them are very, very easy. The lazy daisies, all the other types of stitch there, all of the instructions show you exactly how to achieve them. But always a good idea to record our shows. So if you have a little look at the website, Hochanda.com, there you are, you'll see the Rowan Dean kits, many of them getting 5-star reviews from people that have bought them previously. Remember, this is the pick of the year, basically, from Rowan Dean shows over the last 12 months. This is saying, I love these kits, they're great fun and easy to do, looks gorgeous, can't wait to begin, love Rowan Dean. 2 5-star reviews for, what product was that one? That was a bumblebee, okay. So there we are, yeah, people love it. And that's just, you know, 2 reviews, but of course, literally dozens, if not maybe hundreds of you own this kit already. So we're giving you some of the highlights of the year in one show. And also bringing you the opportunity of buying them individually. Things that we've maybe have offered you as 3 kits, for example, were the one-day special. We can now offer them to you as individuals. So have a little look. All of them are scheduled and put onto the website if you go to hochanda.com. Now, the Bluebell wood is probably the biggest project on the show, and this is proving to be very, very popular indeed. It's so different because of the texture. First thing Dee, my floor manager, said this morning when she saw this, how do you do the trees? It's absolutely fascinating because it's so 3D. If I turn it to the side again so you can see, look. It's almost like another world. It feels like it's a scene you can enter. So you've got that 3-dimensional tree design. You've got all of these beads and so on down here. Wonderful, wonderful flower work going on and texture. There's just a lot going on in this. And it's proving to be very, very popular. £29.95 the price. And it's 236399. Now, was this one of the most popular ones of the year?
Yeah, I think it's because it's got a lot of stitching techniques that you can have a go, and it's a really lovely picture. You know, if you've got it on the wall, it's a real focal point.
Definitely.
And it's nice when somebody admires what you've stitched and when you're exhibiting it in your house almost. Okay, so better show the trees then, I think, probably.
Yeah. Well, actually, before you do that, just in case anyone wants the frame that you're using, this has been referred to a few times in a few shows over the last few days, actually, because I can't get over the price of this. It's so affordable. But if you're doing any stitching, embroidery, even cross-stitch, anything like that, this frame is invaluable. It's on the website. It's only £11.99, and that's what Katrina's using for this. So if you're doing bigger projects, this is a godsend, isn't it?
I think it's good because you're going to, particularly this one, you're using lots of different wools and cottons, and I think when you're stretching and stitching your work, it's nice that it's taut, and this is perfect. You know, if I was at home, you know, when we're doing it for the camera, it's here, but I would probably sit with a little bit further back, just so that it's comfortable. And it means you can put it in the kitchen, admire what you've done, go back to it. You know, I definitely think the frames are really, really good.
And it's an attractive tool, actually. At this sort of price, I'd be quite tempted to maybe keep it in there and then use it as the frame.
Yeah, I think so. It's a nice wood. Yeah. I think it's good.
Okay.
All right, so and I think because it can roll, if you're using a bigger piece, you know, you can roll it to move the piece of fabric.
Right.
To match the work. Okay, so I'll show you a little bit of the tree. So the core of the tree is actually made from yarn. All right, now both of the yarns are from the Shetlands, so they've got fabulous colours. And mixed Shetlands. I get the fabric from a company way up in the north.
Okay.
All right, so they're really, really subtle individual colours, and the core of the tree could really be anything. In the instructions, it does say how many lengths to do for each tree, but I'm just going to show you to start with. So to start with, you just anchor the tree down in the centre, and that becomes the branches. All right. There's a pattern to work to, but to do the tree, I ask people to turn your work upside down, so that the core of the tree, and you're winding towards the top of the tree. All right, so I've got some lengths, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to wrap the thread around. All right, I'm going to show you on this one. I'm going to go round and round, but to start off with, and this is great if you run out of a thread, I'm just going to insert the thread through the core, and that's going to, you don't need a knot to start off with,
right,
all right?
Yeah.
And then you're just going to wind round and round, and that forms the tree. So you could either leave it in the needle, or you could just take the needle out.
I was going to say, you don't need to have the needle there.
You don't necessarily have to have the needle, and it doesn't matter if it's not perfectly smooth. You know, the tree, you're creating the bark, and you're wrapping all the way round. And you keep an eye on the shape of the tree, so as you're...
But again, the tree trunk isn't uniform, is it?
No, and I love the way it's sort of mottled colours, and you just keep wrapping it round and round. And then when you reach a branch, then you can just take a pin or a needle and just hold that in place, and then you're going to split off the threads, right, and then you're going to start wrapping another tree, and so that becomes finer. And they're not attached at the moment, you know, they're free from the back of the fabric, and you just get your shape to start with, and
those
keep
dashes,
wrapping.
Those dashes on the fabric underneath, that's a guide as to where to put your tree branch.
That's the shape of the tree. And eventually, when you get to the stage where you've wrapped quite a little, you can intertwine the branches, and then you're going to secure it, and you're going to do a little stab stitch just to hold that in place. You don't want to see the print at the end, but to start with, keep it free, and then you'll get the shape.
Fascinating. I've never seen that technique before.
I suppose it's a binding stitch, that, you know, it's a needle weaving technique, but it really means you can really have work those through. And then when you get to the edge of your picture, you're just going to take the threads down to the back, and go slightly beyond the line, so that when you frame your piece, you're not seeing the joins, and that keeps it, and then it'll all be secure at the end of the piece. All right, so you do it's easier to wind that way.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay.
And then the rest of the picture, once you do the trees first, yeah?
Well, actually, we do some of the stitching in the background, but I think that's what people want to know how to do, is how to do the tree. Whereas the rest of the design is a little bit of what some of the stitches we've already done. There's straight stitch in the distance, and there's French knots in the distance.
So how many French knots is that? Because that's quite a big...
Well, that's a 4-ply knitting, a Shetland wool yarn,
right.
and you still go around the needle twice.
Okay, it's just
so
a
it's
chunkier yarn.
it's just a thicker yarn.
Right, got you.
And all the colours that are in this, the instructions, you start in the distance and basically you work forward.
Right.
All right, so that you follow it bit by bit. And there's a little bit of organza just to give that shimmer. If you're looking at a bluebell wood, you see lots of other colours in there. And so there's a little bit of fabric.
And if I show you the finished picture again, it is just absolutely beautiful, and it's going to be a talking point. People, when they come into your house, if you have it in the hallway or the lounge or wherever, are instantly going to be taken by it and will react to it, I'm sure. And probably, again, will want to touch it, because it is just crying out to be touched. And if I show you the profile again, the side view, look how 3D it is. Look how those trees literally reach out from the picture, don't they? And where could that be? It could be a scene anywhere, really, couldn't it?
Yeah, a woodland. Just it's
scene.
almost going to be soon when you'll see the bluebells, you know.
And these are beads. You've got round beads. You've got stitched elements down there as well. You've got your French knots, of course, too.
We've got some padded stones, and I'm going to show you the grasses, how to do the grasses in the foreground.
Wow. And we'll have another look at something else with you as well. So what are you going to show us now?
Okay, so this is how to do the grasses. So
right.
this is a mohair thread, so there's no knot, and you're going to work on the surface of the fabric, and you're going to bring the thread through, and you're going to leave the thread a couple of centimetres, and you're going to work the stitch a couple of times, more or less in the same place. Just a couple of times, and work that stitch until you almost can't get the thread through anymore, and then you're just going to take the scissors and you're going to cut it.
Ah, right.
All right, so you've got random grasses, and then you can snip those if you want to make them more uneven. And I would probably leave them free. I probably wouldn't stitch them down, but if you want to, you could do. You know, you could add a tiny little thread and stitch them. But I think they've got movement when they're just free.
I think the texture makes it really interesting. It draws the eye. Again, everyone wants to touch the picture too.
And that's all right. I think that's, you know, I think that's fine. So that technique's quite useful. I think we've used that on other ones as well.
And that over there, that's organza.
So yeah, so that's a little piece of organza that's just floating on. There it is. So this is a little piece of organza. So you're just going to do a running stitch all the way around, and we're going to gather that up and then going to fill it with some of the yarn. So you can still see the thread, the wool through there. Let's do a little bit of that. There it is.
I mean, imagine that as a gift for someone, something that you've actually created, that you've actually stitched and embroidered, with so many different techniques in it as well. I've never seen any embroidery that's got the tree technique like that anywhere else.
No.
Is that something you came up with?
It is. I mean, we a long time ago we used to do a weaving kit, and that's how the trees were done. And then we transferred this idea into a picture. And I think if you've done the silver birch quilting, I think it's the same technique.
That's what I was trying to think of. That was the other one.
But a different shape. So I'm just going to go around there on that.
And we may actually still have stock of the silver birch. If you want to have a little look on the website, it might still be there, because that was on recently, wasn't it? A few weeks ago.
On a few weeks ago. Okay, so then you just take a little bit of the yarn, and you're just going to scrunch that, and you're just going to fill the shape. Or if you had other colours, and then you're just going to draw that up, and then just add that, and when you've got it into a nice shape, you're then just going to stab stitch all the way across to keep that filling inside. And then when you've got the shape that you like, you're going to attach those, and that's going to give it a little bit of texture. You're just going to attach it with a few straight stitches. So it really is quite tactile, this piece. I mean, you could put stones on it, you know, from the garden, little tiny pebbles, or
That's a nice idea. Now, this is probably, it is the biggest project of the show. It's proving to be one of the most popular items in the show as well, at £26.96, freedom price, delivered to your door for that. And yeah, this is again the sort of thing you can pick up and put down quite easily. You
don't have, you won't forget where you are. The instructions, there is a plan to do it, but you can do one area and then you can work, add that, you know, do one corner and make that textured. And then, of course, the tree, you know, and it's freestanding as well, so you can intertwine.
Brilliant. Okay, so we'll just put that onto the onto
so
the
that's
picture.
going to go on there, and then you will just add a few stitches just to hold that in place. Really textured, and then in between, once you've got it secure all the way around, then you can add more stitching, straight stitching. You don't want to see a gap in between, but you'll get that as a nice shape.
Well, bearing in mind it's really early in the morning, maybe you've just switched on the TV and you've missed a few things that we've got. Katrina's here with Rowan Dean. This is like a highlights of last year, so all the best sellers we've been able to put into one show for you at amazing prices. And Katrina will be back at 10 o'clock this morning as well, so if you've missed the lion's share of this show, you can join us hopefully for the 10 o'clock show this morning. But I'm going to run through everything that's still available in the show. The blue poppy in front of me, the Himalayan poppy, this is one of the kits that was a one-day special actually earlier in the year, last year. And we've got them back as singles, so you can get them really affordably at just £12.49 per kit. You don't get the frame, but you get everything inside the frame to make this fantastic embroidered picture. Himalayan poppies, the blues, you've got the Lazy Daisy there as well. All the organza you need, you've got the printed fabric as the guide, and then you've got your, of course, your card with all your threads listed there as well. And it is like threading by numbers.
Yeah.
That's the best way of thinking about it. So that's your Himalayan poppy. Then we have the Heleniums for you, which is real spring and summer, a wonderful splash of bright yellows and oranges. Historically, this is one of the most popular items out of the three. It's only £12.49. And again, you have all your organza here, which is a signature from Rowan Dean. Really lovely. Bugle beads, seed beads in the copper and brassy tones and gold tones too. And then you've got the flowers themselves that are printed onto the fabric as a guide. And then, of course, you've got all of your threads here, including some wonderful gold thread too. So that one's £12.49 as well, the Heleniums. And then the other one is your pansies. Very traditional flower, and there they are, unmistakably. Purples and yellows. All lovely spring images. If you want all three of them, of course, you can. Please feel free to buy all three. If you're a Freedom member, there's no P&P to worry about because you're a member of the Freedom Club. 787-559. That'll be £37.47 if you're wanting all three of them, plus your P&P, of course, if you're not a Freedom member. OK, now if you have a little look on the website, if you put in Rowan Dean Embroidery, or if you look at their actual brand, because you can actually shop by brand when you go to the website, Hochanda.com. So, for example, if you want to look up anything from Rowan Dean, go and have a little look at their page. We've got a tonic brand, we've got Crafter's Companion, Crafty Individuals. You can shop by brand and see all the kits that are currently available. But look at all those 5-star reviews from people who've bought the kits in the past. So many people loving Rowan Dean, and there are lots of kits that aren't on the show that are still available, so have a little look if you've got time. And if it's on there and it's in stock, you can order it, obviously. OK, let's go down the counter then and show you some of the highlights from the last 12 months from Rowan Dean. Our sparkle cards, I love these because, you know, if you were to buy a hand-embroidered card in a shop, it would probably be about £10, if not more. So to get the kit, to make 6 of them for £14.95, only £2.50 each, it's something special.
Good. And they're individual, and the colour groups, I think they're fabulous.
Yeah, they are. And they're all one-offs. You know, you can never make 2 exactly the same.
That's right, that's right.
And you get 1 sheet of tweed, which has got all the 6 images printed onto it, and then everything else. So the idea is you kind of work on the sheet first, then cut it up after you've done all
I think that's best, because then you can see the balance of the colours, and you can add to the individual designs. And obviously you get loads of beads, so you can add, those are sort of the last thing to add at the end, and that's going to give it that sparkle. And you get the cardstock, which is like it's a mixture of textures. There's a mixture.
You've got a Centura pearl finish and also a watercolour finish.
Yeah, and I think that enhances the tweed, and obviously you get the envelopes as well.
And the envelopes too. And all the thread. £14.95 for the whole lot. I think that's a really good price, and something very, very special to give someone and send someone. 163654 is your item number there. The cat by the hydrangea. Where do these designs come from? Do you make them up? Or?
Yeah, they're usually places or a garden that I've been to or been on a walk or, you know, so they are real places, most of them.
You take a photograph
and record them and... but there's something about the colour. You know, gardens are such an inspiration, and they, you know, they feature more or less in every design. And the cat, you can just imagine it chasing that mouse, or you know.
I'm missing having a cat. I want the cat. I want the cat. £10.79 is your freedom price. Delivered for that price, 553,893. Otherwise, it's 11.99 plus your 2.95 P&P. Now, the dandelion and the bumblebee. This is one of the most popular ones in the show right now. Really, really sweet. Everyone loves a bumblebee. It's a symbol to my mind of summer. And they're cheerful little creatures. What would we do without them? Right little workers, aren't they? Really sweet. Achieving the impossible. Well, that's what I was always told. That's what a bumblebee stands for. And then you've got the beautiful dandelions there as well. Wonderful bright yellow and green images, really spring-like, really kind of, it makes you smile. Yeah, and you get the wings in organza, you see here. Oh. So you get the wing. I'd missed that.
And so you cut those out and they're attached with the stitching of part of the bee, so that makes it 3D, so you can add that.
Oh, how sweet. Didn't notice that earlier on. That's a lovely touch.
And then if you want to add more, you get 3 sets of wings, so you could add more bumblebees if you want.
Like it. £11.99 the price, so you get enough thread to do more than one bumblebee.
Yeah, oh yeah, you'll have loads. There'll be a lot of thread to do that.
Great. So that's one of our most popular ones, and you get the little seed beads in the purple as well to decorate the bottom there. And that's 863017. £11.99 is the price there. And then we have the needle case kits. Now these are, rather than just having things to put in frames, this is something you can carry around with yourself. You can take to embroidery classes or take to a friend's house. Yeah, it's going to organise all your needles, but every single page is a little work of art, which I love. Absolutely love them. And again, all the images are printed onto the fabric for you, and then you transfer them into the felt.
Yeah, you mean you'll just cut that out and apply it, and then when you're stitching on the felt, it'll be freestyle. There won't be a print on the felt.
Right, got you.
Just on the creamy fabric.
Beautiful, though, isn't it? So Poppy is in the lead, and the poppy is just basically a very random cut circle out of the silk, and then a French knot in the centre of it. There's no mistaking that they're poppies.
No, no.
Instantly recognisable. £14.39, either the poppies or bluebells. Choice is yours. 995499. If you want both, there's only one P&P to pay because, of course, it's the same item number. Then we go to our snowdrops with the slightly darker organza in the background. Again, a very popular one from a few months ago, and we've got it back for you today. They do look lovely in their frames. Frames not included, of course, but you don't pay a fortune for frames anymore. They're very, very affordable. And there's the printed image on the fabric. There's all your thread and your organza, and there's the finished picture. Beautiful. £12.49, 569188. And then finally down the end of the counter, we have our bluebell wood, which is the most popular item in the show? Not quite. One of the most popular. But there you've got your 3-dimensional trees, and Katrina showed you how to do that. Really unusual technique. And it's the sort of thing that someone sees it for the first time, they'll go, how do you do that?
Yeah, good talking point.
Yeah, it is a good talking point. Everyone sees that first, and it's very 3D. If I turn it to the side, there we go, look. It makes you kind of want to enter the scene, doesn't it? It's really lovely. And of course all the beads add wonderful texture. And then you've got your organza there as well. So it's a wonderful riot of colour and different shapes and textures to it too. There's the French knots in the background. So obviously you do these before you put the trees on because they're behind the trees. £26.96. All the components you need. This is from the Shetlands, you say?
Yeah.
This is the yarn that you make the tree from. And I suppose if you wanted to, you could actually make the tree that colour rather than that colour, but it's up to you.
Yeah, you could change. You have them all quite different.
Make it darker. Yeah. And there's all your thread on the card, of course, and the organza. And if I hold up the fabric, there is your graph. There is everything printed on there to give you the guide as to where to put what. £26.96. Now, what about accessories? Now, the hoops, these are brilliant from Rowan Dean, and they come with embroidery scissors as well. Really good quality, sharp embroidery scissors. But these hoops are great. You don't have any, like, screws to worry about. You just literally pinch these together. That then releases the inside of the embroidery hoop. You get 2 sizes. You get the pink one and the purple one. And I think you're right when you said, you know, you can actually display your work in this.
You could do, yeah.
If you wanted to. And they're not breaking the bank at £14.39 for 2. And you get the scissors included too.
They're sharp. which is good.
Yeah.
They're good, yeah.
They're really good quality scissors, absolutely. So there we go, those are your embroidery hoops. And don't forget, we've also got the frame as well, which we're always being asked about, and we've been able to put that in the show today, actually. So if you're doing cross-stitch or any other embroidery or whatever it might be, and you need to stretch it and you need to have it on a frame that I think is decorative enough to actually have as a frame on the wall, you know, attach your work to this. For this larger one, it would be a good idea to have this. It's £11.99. The tapestry frame is what it's called, and it's 852,224. You pop it together, and it's really affordable. The fact it's made from wood and not plastic for that price is quite incredible.
Yeah.
Now, you're back at 10.
Yes, we are.
OK, with a repeat of what we've shown you, with more demos as well. And remember, if you have got anything, Rowan Dean, that you've made, Katrina and also, I think it's Hayley, at 10 o'clock, I think it might be, would love to see what you've actually done. So take a photograph of it and email it in to us, and we'll show it in the 10 o'clock show. studio@hochanda.com. Have a good breakfast.
I will.
And Katrina's back at 10 o'clock. I'll see you with Craft Price Drop coming up in just a second. If you want to bag a bargain, you're in the right place. It kicks off at 8 o'clock in a couple of minutes' time, so I'll see you then. So yes, it's Craft Price Drop coming up next. Where are the prices going to go? I never know. Then we have Tonic, Delightful Dots, our one-day special with Jodie and Rowan Dean Embroidery. Katrina will be back with that at 10 o'clock this morning here on Hochanda.
I'm Debbie and this is Kim, and together we are Sixpenny Memories.
We've known each other for about 8 years, and we're based just outside Newcastle in the northeast of England.
We're very lucky in the fact that we've managed to bring lots of new things. We always try and bring new things, new books, patterns, fabrics, kits, notions, always quality.
And we do get the opportunity to do lots of demonstrations, which is great.
We're looking forward to continuing our journey with Hochanda and with you. We've got some beautiful fabrics on order, as well as lots of notions.
And we've got the new booklets, which have at least 3 projects in them, which will have lots of new quilts, tips and techniques.
Make sure you don't miss our shows. We always try to make them informative and fun.
That's it. And we just want you to sew. Hope you can join us.
Sheena Douglas brings us a stunning new stamp collection from her Little Bit Sketchy range. These hand-drawn stamps consist of beautiful flowers and foliage, as well as inspirational quotes throughout. These wonderful stamps are ideal for enhancing any craft project. So join us on the 26th of January at 6 p.m. for the UK TV launch.
Hello, I'm Robert Adams from Papercrafts, and I've been designing products for crafters for over 15 years. I really enjoy making cards, and I hoped that I can bring you projects that will be inspirational to make. I'm really excited as the designer to bring you a product that I know will look fantastic but is simple and easy to make. And they also come with comprehensive instructions, so you're never going to get lost in the making process. As a designer and a crafter, I take pride in being in control of all of the processes and also using the best quality materials in everything that we make and design. I hope you can join me on Hochanda for future shows, where I'll be launching our latest products.
Hello, good morning, welcome along. It is 8 o'clock on Wednesday, which has now, fast become a regular slot for Craft Price Drop. Great to have your company. I'm Dave, with you for the next hour, and every item we're going to be bringing you is going to be slashed in price. Now, there's a different phone number, 01733 797 100 for Craft Price Drop, so if you want to order on the phones, dial that number. But by far the best way to order is by using our website, Hochanda.com. The reason I say that is if there's a queue on the phones, people sometimes can't get through in time to get their bid in, and then you end up missing out, which isn't good. So the best way is Hochanda.com. What you've got to do, though, is put what you want in your basket and check out, because everyone will pay the final low price. If you don't check out, you're not in the auction, you may well miss out. Okay, let's explain then how this works. Now, on the screen in a second, you're going to see, here we are, this is basically the description of what the item will be. You have the item number at the top, basically the same as the standard Hochanda show. You have the item description underneath that, you then have the start price. Now, that start price is the price that the item is, or usually is, on our website, okay? And then underneath that, where you see the red question marks, that is going to be the price that it starts to fall down. Now, I never know, and this is the God's honest truth, I never ever know where the price is going to go. It all depends on how many of you come in, how many items we have left, as to how low that price will go. But you're guaranteed to bag bargains. People come in right at the beginning of auctions, and that's the best way to do it, because you get in, you confirm your place, you can sit back and watch that price drop, and then everyone pays the final low price, plus £4.95 postage per item. But if you're in the Freedom Club, of course, you don't have to pay the postage at all, so you're saving £4.95 each time. And then at the bottom, occasionally we'll put up the quantity that we have left. When it gets down to a vulnerable quantity, well, you can see how many chances there are to get the item that we're talking about. So that's the way that it works. As I said before, a different phone number, 01733 797 100, or better, of course, Hochanda.com. And if you want the Freedom membership, you can do that right now. 888 and it's only £6.97 for Freedom membership for a month, and that takes care of all your P&P on Craft Price Drop, and also, of course, on our standard Hochanda shows as well. Right, let us crack on then, and let's start our first auction. What have we got for you, and where is that price going to go? Well, to start off with, we've got from Crafter's Companion the brilliant Dies dies. Now, these are instant cards. They really are brilliant. Now, they're normally £24.99 per die. £49.98 is the combined value for this. What you've got here is the chandelier. Let me show you that. That chandelier, I always think of Only Fools and Horses when I see a chandelier now. The chandelier, the large one and the small one, and then you've got that fantastic border there as well. Now, there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dies in that set. You've got the outside cutting edge, and then you've got the detailed decoration in the middle. So that's the first one, your fantastic chandelier. The second one just here, this is your floral garden. Already we're getting lots of people coming in. They know that the price is going to plummet. They know that they're going to get a great deal. If you're one of them, congratulations, welcome. So there is your floral garden, okay? Again, you get 6 dies, outside cutting edge, detailed centre, and the borders as well. So, instant cards, but where is that price going to go? Let us show you on the website. There they are, look. They're different prices, £24.99 each, 661778 for the chandelier, 480037 for the floral garden, 2 £24.99s come to £49.98. But that is nowhere near what you are going to pay. We're going to start that auction. We're going to start that price to drop. We're getting lots of you coming through on the phones and on the website right now. We're going to plummet straight away. We're taking it straight down to £34.29 from £49.98. Instantly, you've got a £15 saving on Craft Price Drop for this Wednesday morning. Do you watch us religiously every Wednesday at 8 o'clock to see what you can get and see what you can get it for? How much have you saved over the few weeks we've been doing Craft Price Drop? Probably a lot of money. It's going down now, trickling down to £34.14. The quicker you get in, the more chance you have of bagging your bargain. Linda, you're in. Good morning. You are in the auction. You've checked out. Great. You're not going to be paying $33.84. That's where you came in, but you're not going to be paying that. Everyone pays the final low price plus the P&P of £4.95. $33.54. Now it's down to £16.92 per set is what we're looking at the moment. We started at £24.99, so you're saving about £8–9 off each one at the moment. And it's still going down. It's still trickling down. The quicker you get in, the quicker you reserve your item, the quicker you check out and bag the first bargain of our Craft Price Drop this morning. Give us a call, 01733 797 100, or better still, Hochanda.com. treat it as if you're buying something normally. Put it in your basket. When it's in your basket, it's not yours until you've checked out. And your debit or credit card will not be charged until the auction closes, and everyone gets charged the same low price. We're just at the moment over £30.60p. 30.65 is where we are at the moment for these fantastic sets of dies. 12 dies in total, 6 in each set. £30.43. Lots and lots of you coming in now. We're getting busier and busier and busier. It might go down into the 20s. It is now into the 20s. Down to £29.99 from £49.98. You're saving 20 quid. £20 off already, and it's still trickling down. These dies are of the finest quality. They really are. They're superb. There's your chandelier. Imagine how much fun you can have decorating the chandelier. You can really take it to town. £29.77. That's not what you're going to pay, though. You thought that price was good. Look at where it's plummeting now. Where's it going? Where's it taking us? £26.33. Virtually half price. Yeah, not far off. Nearly half price compared to where we started. It's almost like you're getting one of those die sets absolutely free of charge. Tempted? Interested? You want some of the action? If you've never taken part in Craft Price Drop before, make today the first day that you do. Hochanda.com, there we are. Bid, it says bid online. All you've got to do, really, is select it, put it in your basket and check out. Simple as that. And then when we get to the end of the auction, when you hear that man say, price lock, that's the price you pay. £26. Linda's with us. Hello, Linda. Marion, you're in as well. Leslie, you're in. Welcome. Many brand new bidders and also many returning bidders coming back to get these fantastic savings. It is now half price. £25 for 2 sets of dies, the chandelier and the floral garden. Gorgeous dies. Let me turn them around so you can see the shape again. It's difficult to see actually on the front cover what dies you're getting. There we are, look. That's what you're getting. How versatile are those borders going to be? As main front toppers on cards, that chandelier and that floral garden, absolutely gorgeous. Now we're getting more and more of you coming through. There is always just a limited quantity, a limited availability. I don't know the quantity at the moment. We'll see that, I'm sure, fairly soon. But at £24.94, it's better than half price. 214302 on the website, £24.99 each. How many have we got? Well, lots of you have come in already, so this is what we have remaining. This is what we have left. At this stage, we've got 10 sets only left. 10 opportunities, 10 chances to get in. 9. It's going. The quicker you get in, if you leave it too long, you'll miss out. If there's a queue on the phones, which there isn't at the moment, but as the hour goes on, there will be. If you're in that queue and you miss your chance to get in that auction, you'll be kicking yourself. Website's the way forward, or if you can use your phone, if you can use your tablet, if you can use your computer, Hochanda.com, that will get you in on the auction. There's 6 spaces left. 5 left now. 5 of those sets remaining at less than half price. £24.82 is where we stand at the moment. Is that going to be the final price? Or is it going to drop even more? No, it is dropping again. Look, £24.76. You thought that was it. I did too. No. 4 chances remain. 4 sets of dies. 12 dies in total. We have 4 left. If you're quick, you can get it at £24.76. That's where the price stands at the moment. £24.70. Still going. Still going down. 4 spaces on this auction. It's not going to be long before we close it and move on. Getting quick. Hochanda.com. 3 left now. The next 3 customers through will get these dies at £24.70 at the moment. 2 opportunities, 2 spaces, 1 left. OK, that's it. Auction closed. Congratulations. Everyone pays the low price. Let's move on.
Price locked.
Yeah, absolutely. Price locked. And your price is incredibly just £24.70. £24.70 and 4.95 P&P. Unless you're a Freedom member. Join the Freedom Club. We always get a real spike of Freedom membership. People joining Freedom on our craft price drops. Our P&P 4.95 is non-applicable to you if you're a Freedom member. 888 £6.97 to join. You'll save on your P&P for the whole month that you're a member. Right. Let's move on to some more dies, shall we? Now, these are another great brand. Tonic coming up at 9 o'clock with a one-day special, and we have Tonic dies for you right now in Craft Price Drop. Now, they are on our website right now at £13.99 per set. Let me show you what these do. It's pretty obvious. These are decorative headers or they could be sides of cards. You can use them in lots of different ways. Let me just hold them there for you so you can see them. So you've got your beautiful bow, you've got your wonderful lattice, you've got that lovely floral cutaway design just there. You've got that wonderful scallop, like quite Art Deco, that one, isn't it? Then you've got, I love this one, the musical notes, the dancing musical notes are gorgeous. And then that decorative die there as well, another Art Deco one. So you've got all of those dies, 2 in each set. I think there are 2 in each set. Yes, there are. Yeah, 2 dies in each set. And it shows you on the back exactly what you can do, OK? Now, we're getting interest already. It always pays to come in. You know the price is going to drop. You know the price is going to plummet. We don't know where it's going to go until we see the reaction from you. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 dies. And the price is already starting to drop. If you know you want them, imagine how useful these are going to be, whether you're using them on the top of cards, whether you're using them on the side of cards, whether you're using them on invitations, menus, things like that. These are going to be great dies. You'll use them and have them so often in your card making every day. Now, let's show you the full page that gives you exactly the details of what they are. On our website, they're there. 500,982, $13.99 for the Celtic and the bow, the 2 dies. The lace and the rose, $13.99. The stars and the shells, $13.99, and the music and the deco, my favourite one, is $13.99, 647315. We've combined all of these into one item number, value combined £55.96. Now, you're not paying that at all. Already we're down to £54, but you're thinking that's not enough of a discount. I want more of a discount than that. £1 off, £2 off? Want more than that. We'll go there. We'll get there. But get in now. Get in early in the auction. That gets you in the action. Got to be in it to win it, as they say. In other words, everyone pays the final low price. No one's going to be paying $53.50. No one's going to be paying $55.96. Wherever this price ends is what everybody pays, plus the $4.95 postage. These dies are fantastically versatile and amazing quality. Let me just show you the quality of them. Look. Beautifully made, beautifully manufactured. Tonic are known for their cutting edges. That's what they do, and that's what these dies do. All 8 of them. We've got lots of you coming through. Where is this price going to go? I don't know how many we've got either. I never know these facts and figures. I'm the mouthpiece. I've got Meg, my producer. She's in charge of all the buttons. She can see who's coming in. She can see all those names. Let's plummet that price then. Let's get cracking. Let's mean business. 41.66 is where we are with that first price plummet of this auction. A quarter is your saving. 25% off the normal price. 41.66 plus your P&P, but it's still going down. Fancy these? Do you want them in your collection? Do you want these on your invitations that you're planning to send out later in the year for a fancy event that you're planning? They really will catch the eye. I love the musical note one. That's my favourite one. I love that. It's joyous. Absolutely joyous. Art Deco, the scalloped circles, the scalloped shells. You've got the bows there, the lattice. It's all there for you to use on your card making or to use on your station. It could be wedding stationery that you want to make with these. It could be disco invitation. Disco. I'm showing my age. Disco. Yeah, it could be invitation to a party with those musical notes. Or a big band event or something like that. 41.44 is where we are at the moment. That's a saving of nearly £15 off the price, 41.33. It's still going. Debbie's in, Barbara in Nuneaton, Sylvia in Brighton, Dee in Alford. You're all in. It's not going to be 41.33. It's not. Because I think we might be plummeting. I think we might be. We are. How did I know that? The arrows are going down, so's that price. To £33.58. 40% off the price. It may go down again, I don't know. £33.58 for all these dies. 8 fantastic tonic dies. Currently, £8.40 a set. It started at $13.99, so you're saving about a £5 off each set of dies here at the moment. Hugely popular. Remember, all the items we bring you in Craft Price Drop have been big best sellers during the last 12 months or so. All of these have been popular. None of them have, you know, a history of not selling. They've all been very, very popular. But we just need to clear the decks from time to time to make space for new things. And that's when they come into Craft Price Drop. We give you ridiculous value. We give you ridiculous savings. And some of the best brands out there are in Craft Price Drop right now. £32.59. Now, how many have we got remaining? Lots of you, we've seen your names on the screen. Lots of you are in already. What's the quantity looking like? Only got 17 sets of these remaining. Just 17 left at £32.59. Photonic dies that are going to be really useful on a daily basis. Headers for the side of cards as well. Top, bottom. You can make wonderful designs using these, and they fit through all your die cutting machines. You could probably actually fit them through the smaller die cutting machines. Yeah, you could do actually, the tiny little tinny ones that you can take around with you because they're not more than 3 inches wide. They'll go through the small ones as well. £32.59, 14 sets remaining at the moment. You've got to be on the phones, or better still, on the website. Remember, it is a different phone number. If you don't have internet access or you're not keen on going on the internet, you'd rather talk to an operator, it's a different number. 01733 797 100 gets you through to a dedicated craft price drop team. If you think that price is good now, get in, because it's going to go one way. Down. £32.59. We're plummeting. A third price plummet takes us down to 20s. We're into the £20 bracket. £26.55. We're under half price. £55.96 becomes £26.55. Here we go, look. Only 11 left now. They're going quickly. You're getting in online. Hochanda.com. Put it in your basket. Check out. That's what's happening. Every time you check out, the quantity goes down one at a time. Here we are, down to 8 sets. That's all we have left. 8 sets at £26.55. 7 sets remaining. These are going fast. Is this going to be the final price? It's looking as if it may not move from there. I don't know. 4 left. 4 chances left at £26.55. Better than half price. 4, 3. 3 sets remaining. The next 3 of you through at Hochanda.com, putting them in your basket and checking out. Your debit or credit card will not be charged anything until this auction ends. And then everyone will pay the price that's in that white box. At the moment, it is £26.55. Here come more names. Leslie in... Oh, Kedded. Hope I said that right. June in Ilminster. Karen in Sheffield. Leah in Uxbridge. You're all in. We've got 3 sets left. The last 2 sets. If you're quick, you'll get them. 2 remaining, 1 remaining now, and the last bid has come through. Congratulations. Auction over, £26.55. That's what you all pay.
Price lock.
Congratulations. It's good fun, isn't it? Craft price drop. £26.55. Plus your P&P if you're not a Freedom member, but lots of you have joined today, which makes sense, and then you don't have to worry about the £4.95 P&P at all. It will pay for itself, Freedom membership. Buy 2 things that you normally have to pay £4.95 for, postage, yes, instantly quids in, aren't you? Right, now, this is exciting. Do you struggle with your stamping? Have you fallen out of love with your stamping because you can't get the pressure? The acrylic block, it never works right for you. Enter rocker blocks. These are brilliant. Let me just show you how and why. Now, we don't have much quantity of these. They've already been busy before the live hour started. We're busy for them. £51.94 gets you 6 rocker blocks. Is it 6? No, actually, yes it is. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. 6 rocker blocks in different sizes and 6 stamps from Imagination Crafts. Why are they called rocker blocks? You put your stamp on the rocker block and you rock it. Rather than that, which is normally what you do with stamping, do that. Which means you get a perfect print every single time. OK, we're going to do a plummet straight away. We don't have many. We've only got 7 sets of these. It's £51.94 value normally. It's going to go down to £26.33. That's one of our biggest price plummets we've had today so far. Half price virtually, nearly anyway. £26.33. Let's look at the stamps you're getting. We've not even looked at the images there. Look at these stamps. You've got the florals. You've then also got all of these beautiful florals that you can see here. It's going. It's going. We've only got 1 left. Good grief. Where did that come from? £26.33. It is going. We've got 1 set left. It's gone. Completely gone. So congratulations. Congratulations. It's gone at £26.33. That is a very, very quick auction. That's how quick you have to be. When you see something that you think is just too good to miss out on, please don't dilly-dally, otherwise you will miss out like someone has done there. Lots of you, I know, missed out on that one, so apologies. That was really quite fraught and quite frantic. The quicker you get in, the better. Now, another collection that we've got for you here from Tonic. Now, these are the perfect dies to invest in that will give you the perfect sidestepper card. And if you're wondering what a sidestepper card is all about, let me show you. If you have a little look here, that is a sidestepper. Now, normally sidesteppers have straight sides, but these dies are going to give you perfectly decorated edges every single time. So have a little look here. There we are, look. That is a sidestepper, and so is this a sidestepper. But as you can see, you've got the decorative edges. So these dies will cut out these wonderful decorative edges for you every single time. So now you can have a decorative base, you can have a decorative side. But what the embossing folder is there to do, ingeniously, is give you the score lines. So if I just open this up so you can see you've actually got lines here that have actually been risen. Well, one side is risen, one side is recessed. And what that does is it gives you the perfect score lines for your sidestepper card. So now you know exactly where to fold for your mountains and your valleys, so you get a perfect sidestepper every single time. Now, we're busy for this already. People are coming in. Maybe you missed out on that last auction. You don't want to miss out on this one. Get in, check in, put it in your basket and check out. That confirms your place in the auction. We are at $35.97 starting price. Already it's going. Very, very busy for this. You can make sidesteppers every day for days, weeks, months, years to come, and you'll get perfect results every time. No measuring, no getting your ball tool out, no getting your tape measure out. The embossing folder embosses those lines for you. The dies cut out the decorative edges. Going very, very fast, so let's get going, let's get cracking, let's price plummet. 11 opportunities in the auction remaining. That's all we have available. 10 now. £29.87, under £30. You've got a £5 or £6 saving at the moment. Interested? How low is this auction going to go? They're going fast. We've only got 6 left. 6 opportunities left. That's all we have at £29.87 for the dies to give you the decorative edge and the embossing folder to give you the score lines. 4 left at £29.82. It may not go much lower than this. We've only got 3 spaces left in the auction to save yourself £6 off the price normally and to get perfect sidesteppers every time. 2 spaces left, 2 sets. 1. Every single one's gone. It's closed. It's gone at £29.82. Congratulations, everyone.
Price locked.
Yeah. £29.82. Congratulations. Perfect sidesteppers every single time. Now, we're not just bringing you dies, we're also bringing you fantastic embellishments from Craft Buddy and Dawn Bibby. These are fab. They really are. You can colour them with your alcohol pens if you want to, but these are your lace motifs. You've got 12 large crochet lace motifs here at an unbelievable price. $14.99, so it's about £1.50. About £1.50 per motif. But they are in craft price drop, so you know that they are going to go to a crazily low price. What do you have? You have your hearts, you have your circles, you have your ovals, you've got down here the cup and saucer, you've got your teapot, and you've got your butterfly there as well. And you get 2 of each of them. They're gorgeous. Put them through your Xyron, maybe get your adhesive edge to edge on the back. You can use glue with them. You can colour them in with your alcohol pens if you wish to. But how are you going to use them? Are you going to be using them in your soft crafting? Or are you going to be using them in your card making, your scrapbooking? It's entirely up to you. But they are beautifully detailed, wonderfully intricate, and they are starting life at $14.99. But they're going down. It's already trickling down. $14.84 is where we are. But what price will they go to? We've got, I think, quite a few of these available. I hope we have. But as soon as you start to see that price go down, and you've seen some of the price plummets we've had today so far, is this going to go the same way? Are you going to be saving 10%, 15%, 20%? It all depends on how quickly you get through. The only way to reserve your item, guaranteeing your item in your place in the auction, I know I say this till I'm blue in the face, but this is the only way to do it. Don't just put it in your basket. That doesn't confirm your order. That hasn't reserved it for you. It's only when you check out that you're in the auction. When you check out, you can sit back, watch the screen, and then that final price, when that guy says price what, that's what your debit or credit card will be charged with. No card is charged until the auction is over. £10.19. That's where we are at the moment. So, well, that's £4.80 off. Yeah. So that's basically about a third. Nearly a third of the price gone, just wiped away. And these have been hugely popular embellishments that we've done in the past. Everybody pays the final low price plus that P&P. Now, look, if you were having to pay £4.95 P&P on something you're spending £10 on, half the price is going on postage. Join the Freedom Club, £6.97. £6.97 for membership of the Freedom Club for a whole month. 88888. You don't have to pay a penny in postage for the month you're a member. Makes sense. On our standard Hochanda shows and on craft price drop shows too. We're under a tenner now. We're at £9.94 for 12 lace embellishments. Put them on clothing, sew them on tablecloths, put them onto quilts, on cushions, put them onto cards as toppers. £9.88, that is well under £1 an embellishment. It's about 85p, I think, an embellishment at the moment. The butterfly, the heart, the circle, the cup and saucer, the oval. Actually, you could use that as like a doily on a table for your mug if you wanted to do that. No problem there at all, but there's loads of potential with this. £9.82 is where we are on craft price drop at the moment. Different phone number to normal. I know lots of you have programmed it into your phone. 01733 797 100. That's the number if you want to use it on craft price drop. There sometimes and very often is a queue. And if you're in that queue and you miss the end of the auction and you can't get what you want, I'm sorry, that's the way it works. But if you have internet access, Hochanda.com on your smartphone, your tablet, your computer, gets you into the action straight away. There's never a queue on the website. Here come some of the bidders in on this auction. Catherine in Ayr, Wendy, Susan, Margaret, Susan's in St Neots, Margaret's in Wigan, Carol's in Stoke-on-Trent. Hello to all of you. You're in, you're organising and you're getting yours. The price is still going down without me even realising. We're at £8.87. For 12 lace embellishments from Dawn Bibby and Craft Buddy. You're saving now over £6, nearly £7 off the price. 74p an element this works out to now. And the difference it makes to what you can charge a card for, or what you can charge for a card, is immense. We are so busy for these. We're going to show you how many we have left now. How many chances are there to get in at this auction? We have 31 sets of these 12 lace embellishments left. 29, they're going quickly. At £8.87, you're saving basically about 40% off the price. $14.99 down to $8.87. There's 27 spaces in the auction, 27 opportunities to get these lace embellishments. On the phones or on the website. Either way, it's entirely up to you. If you're not in it, you're not going to win it. 22 places left. £8.87 is where we are for all of these lace embellishments, and you get 12 of them. Think of them maybe on the back of a denim jacket or something like that. You can wear them on blouses. You can colour them. You can put adhesive on the back of them. Maybe you want to get some of the iron-on adhesive for fabric, then that will work really well with that as well. You can stick them with glue. You can stick them with Xyron. You can stick them with all sorts of things. But get them now if you like them and you want to incorporate them into your card making and your crafting. £8.76 is where we're at the moment, and we only have 12 spaces left in the auction. 11. It's going quickly. It's going down quickly. Hochanda.com. Have a little look at the website. You'll see all the items in the show in your basket checkout. 73p an element. Is this going to be the final price? The trick is not to wait until you see a price that you're happy with. Get in right early at the start of the auction. That gets you your place. That reserves your place in the falling price auction, OK? 4 of these remaining now, £8.76. I think this is where the price is going to stay. I don't think we're going down any lower than that. They might prove me wrong, but I don't know. £8.76. There's 3 sets left. Next 3 of you through will be lucky. It's just gone down to £8.74. There we are. They proved me wrong. Final 2 sets left. 1 set remaining now for Dawn Bibby's crochet lace. It's gone. Auction closed. £8.74.
Price lock.
That is your locked price, £8.74. No P&P, of course, if you're a Freedom member. Otherwise, it's £4.95 if you are not. What on earth is this? Wow. Hello? What this is over 400 elements. That's what this is. It won't come on a board like this. Delivery would be more than £4.95 if it did. What you've got here are all of these pink embellishments. All of these embellishments starting life at a price of £39.99. Now I'm going to do I'm going to actually empty the box and show you what's in here. I'll show you the board firstly because it shows you everything very easily. You've got sequins, you've got button. Where are you? Over there. You've got sequins, you've got buttons, you've got ribbon, you've got peel-offs, you've got all these fantastic embellishments, pre-tied bows. It's all there for you. Already we're starting to drop the price. This is how it comes. Let me just move this out of the way for a second and show you. Right, let's empty this box out. Let's show you what's in here. We've got pink Union Jacks. We've got flat back gems. We've got pink sequins. We've got tassels. How popular are tassels at the moment? Have you seen so many people wearing tassel earrings? We've got these beautiful flowers with the lace and the metalwork. All of this ribbon, a mixture of ribbon. We've got gingham ribbon, we've got little sequin ribbon, organza ribbon in there as well. You've got your glittered butterflies. You've got your fabric flowers. You've got more of these beautiful card dresses with bows in the middle. You've got tags and ribbon to attach the ribbons to presents and that sort of thing. You've got your flat back flowers. You've got your glittery flowers. Good grief, there's so much in here. Pre-tied bows. You've got your sentiments. New baby, love you, happy birthday. There's loads in there. All of those. I don't know if you can read them. Belated birthday wishes, thank you, just for you, best wishes, birthday wishes, all of those. You've then got wooden chips. I think it's MDF. Yep, MDF. Coloured pink. You've got hearts and flowers in there. And there's more. You've got a big bottle of glitter. You've got all of these flat back sequins. Buttons. You've got your felt butterflies, and then, as if that weren't enough, you've got 6 sheets of pink and lavender peel-offs. All of that in the box. It's a treasure box. It is absolutely packed full. It's a treasure chest. Now that at $39.99 is a bargain. Absolute bargain. Over 400 elements in this box. Already you are paying less because this is craft price drop. It is $37.22, so we've taken a couple of pounds off the price. Let me just get my board back again. Look, all of this on this board is yours. Is it your favourite colour? Maybe you've bought a few of these. We did one the other day on Craft Price Drop in red, white and blue. Maybe you got that. Well, this is the same sort of idea, but pretty in pink. Predominantly pink right the way across the board. $36.88, but that price is not where it's going to end. Are you happy paying that? You're thinking, well, it's price drop, but it's only £3. What's the big deal? Let's plummet that price. $24.56, nearly 40% off the price for over 400 crafty elements in pink. Let's have a little good look at the what you're getting there. There are the felt butterflies, there are the wired organza flowers. All of these elements, if you normally are a little bit frugal with your embellishments because you remember how much one pack of something costs, you think, oh, it's going to cost me a fortune. This is the way to buy them. This is the way to buy your embellishments. Buy them in bulk. And then you don't mind using a few things on a card. Yeah, whatever. Didn't cost me much. $24.38 we're at the moment, down from $39.99. That is your delivered price if you are a Freedom member. Remember, there's no P&P for you if you're in the Freedom Club. Otherwise, it's $4.95 per item. So it makes financial sense to become a Freedom member. 888, item number for Freedom, £6.97, the cost of a month's membership. £24.14, that's where we are at the moment, £24.14, and it's still going down, £24.08 for 400 embellishments. The secret with this, with Craft Price Drop, is to get in early, and lots of you who are regulars do just that. You pick up the phone, dial straight away. As soon as you see something you want, you know the price is going to go down crazy, so you want to get in straight away. You get online, you pop it into your basket, you check out, you confirm your order. Is that anywhere near where we're going to end the auction, I wonder? I don't think so. The arrows are going down, which means the price is going down more as well. We're into the teens, £18.29, down from $39.99. This is less than half price now. Better than half price, too good to miss out on. Grab it, enjoy it. Everyone loves pink. Well, here's your complete pink embellishment kit, and it does come in the box, so you can keep everything nice and neat rather than mixing it up with all your other embellishments. Keep them colour coordinated in their separate boxes. £18.17 is your low price at the moment. We haven't seen the quantity yet, so the chances are it might go down lower. don't know how many we've got. I don't know. I'm not privy to that information. I never get told that until it comes up on the screen. You see it when I see it. £18.17. 18.11 now. For 400 plus elements in pink, and they're quality embellishments as well. Glittered. You've got a box, a pot of glitter there, for goodness sake, as well. You've got MDF shapes, you've got tags, you've got buttons, you've got sequins, you've got flat back gems, you've got fabric ribbon, fabric flowers. It's all there. Tassels as well. You can have fun with those. £18.11 is where we are at the moment on Craft Price Drop, with loads of it coming in. Let's plummet that price again. Where's this going to take us now? I didn't know we were going to do that. £13.75. We've actually given this away, aren't we? Just over, well, under £15. £13.75 for all of these embellishments. You're saving now £26. For those of you that came in earlier on, you're now not paying the price that was on the screen when you came in. You're paying the price that's on the screen now, unless it goes down even more. The quantity's coming up, so this is when we get kind of fairly close to the end of the auction. We have only 14. That's all. Not 114, just 14 bundles left, and they're dropping. They're going fast. 13 boxes left, with over 400 embellishments in them. The price at the moment stands at £13.75. That is the price drop price. £13.69. Another penny comes off. 10 remain. 9. It's not going to be long. You've got probably about 20, 30 seconds before we close this auction to get your order in, to get your order in your box, to check out. That confirms your place. There are 6 spaces left. 6 spaces on that auction to get all those embellishments for, at the moment, £13.69. 4 boxes left. 4 spaces left. Final 3. We're on the final countdown before we move on to our next auction. 2. The last 2 remaining out at £13.69. Final one, it's going to close. Congratulations to every one of you that's got that fantastic box of embellishments. Auction's over.
Price lock.
What a bargain. Everything's been a bargain. You're looking at just £13.69 for that box of embellishments. It's on its way. Congratulations if you've got in on that auction. Now, something completely different, a bit kind of left field, I know. What we've got for you, if you've got a smartphone, then this is something that you are not going to want to miss out on. What you have got here is a set of 5 iPhone and iPad compatible USB charging leads. Now, these are suitable for iPhone 5 or newer, iPad mini or newer, and iPad 4th generation or newer. If you've got a device that fits into that category, these are great. To be honest with you, when you look at the leads, you know whether you've got the phone or whether you've got the device that uses this. You can use this in the car, you can use this in the caravan, you can connect it to your computer. I've actually got my phone here. This is mine from my dressing room, okay? Now, this is my plug. Now, if you've got a phone like this, you've got a plug like this. So what the lead is basically what plugs into this 3-pin plug. So you've got your USB connection on one end, you've got this connector at the other end. Now, this is my own phone, works absolutely perfectly, so they're compatible with all of those devices that I read out earlier on. iPhone 5 or newer, mine's an iPhone 6. iPad mini or newer, iPad 4th generation or newer. You can never have too many leads. Actually, there was a situation here, because we've all very much got the same phone, all the presenters here, and someone went home with my charger a couple of weeks ago. I didn't know what to do, because I can't be without my phone. We've got here a set of 5 iPhone charging leads, an iPhone charging leads. £28.74 we're at the moment. £29.99 should be our starting price. They all work beautifully well with my phone. I tried them earlier on. They work absolutely fine. If you've got any compatibility issues, don't worry. They work perfectly well. Now you can have maybe a charger at home, have a charger at work, have a charger in the car. You're coming in for these. There's nothing worse than when you have a phone and you haven't got the right charger for it. You haven't got the right lead for it. This could be your solution. And if you go down the route of going to like some of the big branded stores, for example, you can spend this sort of price on just one lead very easily. This is a great opportunity to stock up, maybe for other members of the family that are always losing theirs. £23.52 we're at the moment for a set of 5 iPhone and iPad charging leads. £23.41. What have you been charged? This is my phone. My phone here works and charges perfectly with this. All you need to do is either have a USB connection on a computer, laptop, or indeed a tower, anything like that at all, or the 3-pin plug that it goes into. You don't get this plug. See, look, I put my name on it now, look. I put DB on it because someone went home with mine by mistake. So now we actually put our initials on our plugs. But you don't get this plug, this is mine, but you do get new leads. Maybe your leads a bit dodgy, maybe there's a dodgy connection, maybe it's not charging as well as it used to, maybe you just are frightened of losing it. You only get one with a new phone that costs you hundreds and hundreds of pounds, so why not have a few in reserve just in case? I've got a charging, I've got a USB connection in my car, maybe you have as well. So you can plug that into the car, plug it into your phone while you're driving. Obviously don't use your phone, but you can have it charging while you're driving home or whatever. £22.42. Let's plummet the price. We're going to go lower than that. I thought that was a good deal. Let's plummet to this new price of £18.91. We're not far off half price on these. 5 USB cables, charging cables. Works out to how much each? £3.78 per lead. Where do you get iPhone and iPad charging cables anywhere near that sort of price? We're at £3.78 each. Compatibility, no problem. I did once buy a cable that wasn't the brand of my phone, and my phone recognised that it wasn't the brand, and it told me. It said, this is not a compatible lead for your phone. I thought, oh, right, OK. This does not happen with these cables. It is absolutely fine. Completely compatible with iPhone 5 or newer, iPad mini or newer, iPad 4th generation or newer. They're 3 feet in length, and it's an anti-tangle cable as well. Brilliant to have in reserve. At these sort of prices, even if you haven't lost one and you don't intend to, no one intends to lose anything, but you've always got these on standby, haven't you? And maybe you've got more than one device now that requires this connection. If you've got an up-to-date iPad that has this connection and a phone as well, you've probably got 2 cables. But what's the likelihood that one day one's going to break, one's going to accidentally get trodden on, someone's going to accidentally leave it somewhere, lose it? Maybe the same things happen to you as has happened to me, because a lot of people who work together, maybe have got the same phone, and people walk home with their chargers by mistake. This, you've got 5 cables, 5 charging leads, 1861. What quantity have we got for this auction left? We've only got 22 sets. 22 sets of these cables. Very busy now on the website and on the phones. Please use your tablet, or maybe you can't charge it up because you haven't got a lead. Well, in that case, phone us. 01733 797 100. If that's the case, call the operator, ask them for this item, and they'll sort it out for you. Everyone will pay the final low price. Maybe give one to each member of the family as a spare. It's always handy to have a spare. Just leave one maybe in different rooms. Keep one in the craft room, keep one in the kitchen, one in the office, keep one at work, keep one in the car. So you're not always thinking, oh, have I remembered my charger, have I remembered my cable? If you've got a few strategically placed around the place, at this sort of price, you know, if you were to pay full price for a branded cable, you probably wouldn't buy more than one. You just have one and hope you don't lose it. But when they're this sort of price, why not have a set of 5 that you can share between the family? We've got 16 sets of these left, that is all. Compatible, remember, with iPhone 5 or newer, iPad 4th generation or newer, or iPad mini. All of those, no problem. These will charge perfectly. 15 sets left at £18.53. It's where we are at the moment. Nearly half price, and we're going to plummet again. Where can it go from there? £12.89. These are going to go so fast. We've only got 14 left, remember, and if you are reaching for the phone, if you're logging onto our website right now, you and probably 200 other people are doing exactly the same thing. 13 spaces in the auction, 11 are going quickly, £12.89 for all 4, or 5, sorry, iPhone and iPad compatible USB charging leads. You can see the connection, you know whether it's going to fit your phone or not. It fits mine a treat, mine's an iPhone 6. £12.89. That is the price if you want these 5 charging cables. £12.89 and 4 spaces left on this auction. It's final call. We're going to close this any minute now. There's 3 spaces left. 3 sets of these chargers remain. Are you going to have your name and address on the packet that's coming with these in it? I hope so. There's 2 spaces in the auction. 1 left now. Next person through. Go on. Congratulations. You've got them.
Price lock.
Wow. How amazing was that? 5 of those charging cables for £12.89. Unbelievable. Now then, we're going to take a short break because we have been so busy this morning. Let's have a little look at what you can do if you want to become a Freedom member and the reasons why. Here's my big brother to tell you more.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every month? For just £6.97 monthly fee, you'll benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And you know the best bit? You can cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you'll be able also to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom members discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings-on behind the scenes. Just look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 10,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm now going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
It's lovely because you have the special offers, don't you, that give you a nice discount off, sometimes up to 20%.
I don't have to worry about the postage. I can spend a £5 on something that I've seen as and when I've seen it, or I can spend 20 or 30 or 50 pounds, it doesn't matter.
I get special offers, I get special discounts, they tell me when everything's happening, so if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there.
But yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, you could be a member instantly for just £6.97 per month with no ongoing monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website quoting the item number 88888. So don't forget, you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and a members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
Yes, welcome back. It is Craft Price Drop here at Hochanda, of course, and great to have your company. I'm Dave with you for the next 10 minutes or so. Hopefully you've joined the Freedom Club to take advantage of that postage paid, because otherwise 4.95 P&P applies to every item in Craft Price Drop. So hopefully you are a Freedom member. Now, we've been so busy this morning, we've been able to get a couple of extra auctions that we weren't planning to do into the show. Now, there's no reason that these are being reduced other than just to kind of make space for new colours to come. These are the Nouveau Sparkle Dust Glitters. They are amazingly popular and they're amazingly good value. 15mm pots, and you've actually got all 10 of these colours. You've got burgundy, you've got reds, a lighter red and a darker red. You've got a beautiful bronze that's there as well, a black glitter to die for. You've got an aquamarine, a kind of a turquoisey blue. You've got the peridot green, you've got a lovely champagne gold, a silver, and then a blue at the end here. Now, if you've never seen tonic sprinkled dust before, let me just take the lid off, just to show you how fine, how super fine those glitter particles are. You know with Tonic and Nouveau that you're going to get amazing quality and amazing sparkle. £54.90 is the value for these Nouveau dust sets. You're not paying that already, we're dropping the price. Lots of you coming in now because you know the price is going to plummet, you know the price is going to dramatically drop. Lynn is in. Belinda is in as well. Hello, Belinda. Hello, Lynn. You're coming in. You've got faith. You know that the price is going to dramatically drop. Now, you get all 10. At the moment, they're about £5.50 each, OK? You're not going to be paying anywhere near that. Just to show you how fine the glitters are, we've got a little swatch card to show you as well. They are wonderfully smooth. They're not kind of granular. They're not gritty at all. Wonderfully smooth glitters, but look how lively they are. They look almost liquid, the way that they're sparkling, don't they? £53.14. They show up on black, they show up on white, they show up on craft cards. They work beautifully well with all your general everyday crafting needs. You've got 15mm in each pot. We're down to £50, £51.46 we're at the moment from £54.90, but that's not enough, is it? That's not anywhere near enough. £4 off, not going to, you know, shake the world. But I think we might have a plummet sooner or later, where we'll save you so much money. If you get in you save. If you get in now, you reserve your place in the auction. Now, the key thing to do is to check out. If you don't check out, you haven't reserved your item. Pop it in your basket on the website hochanda.com. Then check out as if you're buying it. You're not buying it though to the end of the auction. Everyone will be charged the final low price. No one will be charged £50.22 or £54.90. When we close the auction, that's the price that you'll pay. Let's plumb it. Let's get those glitters down. I think Jodie might be on her phone ordering these actually. £41.25 is where we are at the moment, a quarter off our normal price for 10 15ml pots of sparkle dust from Tonic. The Nouveau Dust's always popular. £41.25, we're at £4.12 per pot at the moment. Every colour you could ever possibly wish for. Your greens, your champagnes, your silvers, your blues, your blacks. You've got that gorgeous copper, the shades of red, the dark and the light reds, and that purple as well. Let me just show you that purple. So rich, so luscious. That's a word, isn't it? Luscious. Look at that. Oh, wow. We are busy. 1 minute queues on the phones. Now, those queues, remember, if we close the auction before that minute queue has gone through, people will miss out on the auction. That's what we don't want to happen. We want you to get your bargains, to get your fantastic reduced prices, which is why the website's there. Please go to hochanda.com, put it in your basket, and if you don't check out, that's not yours. Check out, it is. And everyone will pay the final low price, which will be on your screen in probably a minute or two's time. £40.69, still queues on our phones. Remember, it is a different number. If you can only call us and you can't go online, here's the number you need, 01733 797 100. But the best way to avoid the queue is to use hochanda.com. You'll then have a brand new stash of Nouveau Sparkle Dust. 10 pots, 150ml of glitter. That's a lot of glitter. For £40.29. And it's still going down. A few pennies at a time at the moment, but £4 a pot on something that doesn't need to be reduced. These sell at full price every day of the week. Anne, Bridget, you're in. Hello to you. Dee, you're back. Recognise that name from earlier on. Dee's my floor manager today, so one of them. Jeanette, hello Jeanette. Karen, you're in as well. Carol. Remember, unless you check out, it's not confirmed. Lots of you put things in your basket thinking you've reserved it, but actually you haven't. You have to check out to reserve. And then everyone gets paid. No, they don't. Everyone pays. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Everyone pays the final price that comes up on the screen when we hear that price lock. We're going to do another plummet, I think. So where is that plummet going to take us? $39.81 suddenly magically becomes something a lot less. Watch the box. £30.75, £25 off. Love it, absolutely love it. For Tonic Glitters, to get a £25 saving, now it's £3 a pot instead of £5.49 a pot. How about that for value for money? All brilliant colours, all current colours. Colours that you'll love using, a quality glitter that isn't coarse, it's incredibly smooth. £30.75. Let's take another colour, let's show you, this is always a popular colour. Look at this. Look at that. I'm going to be covered in this stuff. I don't care. It's part and parcel of the job. Oh, how beautiful is that? Isn't that a gorgeous colour? And there's a lot of glitter in there. 15ml is an awful lot because glitter hardly weighs anything. I'm going to be seeing glitter in the shower for days to come. Right, £30.64. We've got 30 sets left. That price surely can't go down much more than this. We can't be that far away from the final price. £30.61 with 29 spaces in the auction. The best way to get a space is to go to our website, hochanda.com. The queues on the phones are now 3 minutes long. This is going to be over within 3 minutes. So people are going to miss out on the phones. I'm really sorry if you do. Website's always the way. There's never a queue there. Hochanda.com. In your basket, check out, you've got it. You've got one of our biggest price drops. £25 is your saving by watching this and ordering this, getting it in your basket and checking out. This collection, this almost like a glitter library, will be in your possession in the next few days. We've only got 12 opportunities left, 12 sets of these glitters left, 9 left now. Only 7. They're going faster and faster and faster. Congratulations if you've reserved yours. If you've checked out online, it's on its way to you. We've only got 6 spaces. And at the moment, we're at £30.61, just over £3 per pot. for fine Nouveau glitters. £30.61. I think that's where it's going to be. That's going to be our final price. It's our final price. One set left. It is closing right now. Congratulations, everybody.
Price lock.
Yep, price locked. And that was £30.61, remember. Just over £3 a pot for quality tonic glitters. OK, right, now, this, I think, may well be our final auction for this craft price drop today. We're going to go back to Craft Buddy again. We showed you those wonderful lace motifs earlier. Let us show you these embellishments. This is a pack of 24 self-adhesive coloured pearl shapes. OK, so there's actually adhesive on the back. You peel them off the carrier sheet and stick them on. You've got all of these different colours. You've got butterflies, you've got flowers, you've got hearts. All of this, you've got them in a wonderful peachy pink. You've got this gorgeous seafoam blue. You've got a rich Valentine's red. You've got a stunning lavender purple. You've then got your pink, and you've also got your cream as well. All of them have that pearlescent finish. Well over half of the available stock is gone. We've only got 8 sets of these remaining. We don't have many of them at all. At £11.25, that's where we are at the moment. Better than half price. That just plummeted straight away. £24.99 down to £11.25 with only 3 sets left. Be quick if you want them. There's the carrier sheet. You peel them off. They've got self-adhesive on the back. You stick them on your project. I don't know how many there are actually in each set. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, they're gone. Congratulations. Completely sold out. And what was the price drop price? £11.25. Everybody paid just £11.25. Wow. That's it. That is craft price drop. That's what we're all about. Now, tomorrow, I know there are going to be more craft price drops as well. Leonie's going to have a couple during the day tomorrow, so always check the schedule to see where they are and what's coming up. We never know where that price is going to fall to. That's the exciting thing for us. We're kind of flying blind, and we get guided by our producer, obviously. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've got some bargains. I'm sure you have. Whatever you've gone for, it'll be on its way, and you'll have it in the next couple of days. And watch out for more price drops, of course, as I say, with Leonie tomorrow. I'm going to be here a bit later on with Leonie, actually. She's let loose again at 11 o'clock. We've got a brilliant tonic one-day special with Jodie. Those fantastic dies are coming up in just a second, so lots more bargains to be had. But whatever you do, stay tuned to Hochanda. Throughout the rest of Wednesday, lots of great things in store, and I'll give you a little rundown right now. So yes, it's our Tonic Delightful Dots one-day special. That's with Jodie in a second. Then Rowan Dean Embroidery. Katrina's back at 11 o'clock. And then I'll be with Leonie, letting her loose again a bit later on this morning.
Hello, I'm Kathy. And I'm Mel. And together we're Pink Ink Designs.
We're a small independent company who produce hand-illustrated fabric patterns.
And we digitally print all our designs onto fabric for you to colour, embroider and decorate with 3-dimensional elements.
We've been coming to Hochanda for almost a year. We absolutely love coming and working with the team over there, but even more, we love bringing our products to show you.
And we're looking forward to sharing our top tips with you, how to paint, embroider and make really bespoke patterns.
Hello, I'm Phil Martin. I've been a paper crafter for 17 years, nearly 18 years now. And what was my hobby became an obsession, much like most of the people who are watching at home. My obsession then led to me looking for products and trying to expand my knowledge base, which is where I couldn't find something, so I thought, right, it's time to do my own. So Sentimentally Yours is my brand of photopolymer and rubber stamps, and I also do coordinating paper pads and the Cosmic Shimmer product range that goes along with that. So hopefully, with the products that I bring to you, you can work the same way that I do and work in a coordinated way, which helps to achieve the best results that we can get as paper crafters. Really looking forward to seeing you all on Hochanda, so please join me for my shows where I can share some of my hints and tips with you.
Hello and welcome. It's wonderful to be with you this morning. We are starting the day, well, I'm starting my day, with this fantastic collection from Tongnik. It is brand new. It is your one-day special, and it was so busy yesterday. We've got some beautiful dyes. I love the concept. I love the finished result. I love how easy it is to make something beautiful. And I love that you're making a massive £10 saving as well. Now, we have got loads of demonstrations lined up. I say we, obviously, we need the star of the show, and it's our lovely Jodie. Good morning, my love.
Are you awake yet?
No, are you?
I'm not either. I'm like,
are we hiding? Oh, it'd be great. I could just put my head down on this little counter.
Me too. I've been sat in the chair at the table, and I'm like...
It's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible. We'll both be the same, and we have to sit down later, so it could be quite a quiet morning. Now, it is already busy, though. At least you're awake at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, it was a fantastic launch last night. I must admit, just recently, all the Tonic ODSs have been really busy.
We've been extremely busy. It's
been
mad.
A bit scary, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
And do you know what? Over half of the stock has gone. This is literally only the third live hour, and this should last the rest of the day, but over half of the stock has gone. So, tell us about this gorgeous collection, Jodie, because they are different,
They are. So, they're not Rococo. They're not nesting dies.
They're not.
Yeah. They're not three-dimensional. These are something a little different. These are what we're calling dot and drop. We're calling them dot and drop because they give you all the little spacing on there to be able to put your Nouveau drops.
Beautiful.
But start to think outside the box. What about bringing in your embroidery threads and putting your stitches in? What about bringing in sea beads and putting little sea beads on to give dimension as well? But you can see from the boards that each and every one has got beautiful little perforations in there. You could even do faux stitching with your pen.
Yes.
But by bringing in your Nouveau drops, you've got that beautiful result on there.
Got
very
texture.
Classy.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So you can make very simple, very elegant cards with these. So you've got two different trees in there, one that's got the leaves on, one that's got the branches. You could do the family tree, you could do the tree of life, but whatever way you place these dies, they work. So if you put them side by side, you put them back to back, you put them in the corners, you can get something completely different.
Because last night you didn't use that as a tree at all, did you?
No.
And I think that's it. Look at it. I mean, when you look at it like that, it's a flourish, it swirls. Putting the elements back in again, using them for paper piecing. These, because of cutting into the card, they're going to really accentuate. If you've got some incredible backgrounds, you're going to see those poking through. The flourishes are phenomenal.
They are. If you rotate that round, you can see that no matter what way you have the die, it works perfectly.
And you can see as well, I can imagine that when you cut it that way and then you cut it that way, so it'll just flow along the page.
It makes a beautiful oval, so you can put your sentiment within the centre of it. So bring in those drops, bring in whatever colour you want, put colour card behind there, and you're going to have the colour popping through.
Sorry. I just am like, I want it the other way about just to make me happy.
You can have them whatever way.
You've got a few flourishes. That's the the first one. This is the second one. And again, that is so elegant. I mean, it could be on a small card, but if you wanted to, I mean, that you could do continuous along a beautiful border. I mean, things like that. Can you imagine that as a long strip on a long border?
Beautiful.
You could put it on your, maybe wrap presents, put it on your walls, do a lovely border.
I have to say, that's one of my favourites.
It's stunning, isn't it?
It's very, very simple, but it's elegant in the same way.
Yeah, it really is. Really, really pretty. And of course, that one, again, it's another flourish that you could imagine any which way it's going to work. Stunning, isn't it? Absolutely stunning.
They're beautiful. No matter what size card that you use them on, whether you're using them on 6x6s, whether it doesn't matter what size card.
Yeah, absolutely.
They work.
And they all change depending on the colour of your nouveau drops.
Yeah.
It utterly changes the look of the actual design, doesn't it?
I mean, this one, how simple is that? Just a folded back element in the middle. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Craft
it is.
Card.
That's pretty, isn't it?
So you've got one going one way, one going the other.
Yeah.
Very, very easy.
That looks so effective. And I love how even, because it's telling you or guiding you where you're putting your nouveau drops, they look so even, they look pristine, don't they?
They do look pristine. So once again,
that's pretty.
Add in a few little more elements. But the trees have been the star of the show, I have to say.
They sold out straight away.
They did. The trees were absolutely amazing.
They are. I mean, they're so easy to use. I think this is a gorgeous thing about this collection. They are so easy to use, but they look effective. I mean, look at that.
That's one of my favourites.
Yeah, it's striking.
Elegant, little bit of that platinum card behind there, that rose platinum, really, really classy. Depth. Dimension. So you've got the depth.
That's
within
pretty.
that one. So the waist has been put back in behind to give it the depth. What you were saying about doing the double aspect on that die and cascading it round. Yeah, because you've just got that floor, haven't you? You do,
It's hugging the happy birthday. And I love it because this could be a huge background that you're creating. I mean, you literally could create background papers with these. You know, have them falling off the edge. I like that one, the gorgeous tree.
It's beautiful.
Very,
very simple, but
really
very pretty.
And it looks really full, doesn't it?
It does.
Stunning. Now, this is a brand new collection. Over half of the stock has gone, and we only launched yesterday, and it is busy. Now, you are saving £10 if you're going for this today. 112088, that's your item number. They're exquisite dies, and the first, I'm sure this is going to be a big collection. I'm sure we're going to see, well, we need to see more of these. It has to be just the beginning. If you'd love to get hold of these, it is your one-day special, 112088. Obviously, we've been seeing loads of nouveau drops. That's how you finish these off. And they're quick, and they're easy, and they're effective. The first collection is your beautiful blues. I adore these. Such a nice colour palette. 617422 is your item number. Now, you've got a saving of £3 on that one, just £10.75p. Now, we've also got for you the glitter ones. These are so pretty. And in case we glitters, they'll give you that real shine. 024592. That's your item number for a cheeky bit of glitter. We've also got for you, now this is really pretty again. I love that. Your white blizzard is gorgeous. 264447. That's your item number. I love that one actually. I think that might. It's hard to pick a favourite because there's so many really nice nouveaux. 264447. Check out the website, because the website you will find you pick and mix with the nouveaux, because you've got a lot of colours now, haven't you, Geordie?
I've actually lost count of how many colours we've got.
Look at all of those. Are these all of them, or is that just a selection?
With these. And something in my little craft box down there.
Wow, it's amazing, isn't it? And there's different ones. There's your pearl, there's your glitter, there's the translucent.
There's loads and loads in there. You know, there's every colour of the rainbow. There really is.
And the colours that haven't even seen a rainbow.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you know, people that say, how do you store them? That's how I store them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't store them upside down, stood up, whatever. I just store them in there. Many a time they're just thrown in.
Yeah, and that's because you're carting them up and down the motorway.
Yeah.
So that's really handy, isn't it? If you do want your novice, check the website. It is hochanda.com, and that's where you'll find your pick and mix. So we've got all the different colours there as well. And now then, over to you. What are we doing first? Sorry.
We're going to do table tidying. You're going to have
I'm going to turn this up so I can actually hear what you're saying.
Right, so this is our table tidy. So what you're actually getting is you're getting your main component, which is this large basket here.
Amazing.
You're getting 2 of the smaller baskets. Let me just take that one off. 2 of those, do it that way. 2 of those little ones, and you're also getting 2 of the medium storage. So you're getting 2 of those. Now, first of all, do you have our die storage? If you do, you know how hard wearing the die storage is. This is the same material as the die storage. So you can wipe it down as well. Should you spill something in there, you can actually take these off. They're all unpressed.
Oh, that's good. So
and the
really
metal
easy to
comes
clean.
away, so you can clean them.
That's good.
Don't put them in the washing machine though.
Yeah.
Because just in the bottom there's actually a cardboard insert.
Right. Okay.
So obviously, if you put it in the washing machine, you don't end up with
doomed,
a pile of mush.
Yes, you would.
But you can move these however you want to configure them. So, for instance, I could have a double one on the front there, and then I could have a single one next to it. You can configure this in whatever you want. You know, just place them on and work how you want to work. I have one of these on my desk at home, and it's... This is going to sound really, really peculiar. But you know, we start in a space like that.
Yeah.
And we end up working in a space like that.
That's what we all do.
Absolutely. So what I normally do is I have at the side of my desk my storage. I have my scissors and what I'm using here.
Yeah.
So I have my craft picks in there, my tools in that one, my scissors in that one. I have loads of rubbish in that one. But here, I try and keep this one clear from the beginning of my project.
Right, okay.
So that, when I finished using something, I'm lazy, let's face it, I'm lazy. Rather than get up to put it away...
So you chuck it.
I just throw them in there.
Yeah.
And it relieves my desk.
Yeah, that's good.
And I know where everything is.
Yeah. So at the end, then you can put everything in the right place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, on the packaging, it actually says, we'll have a look at the packaging. On the packaging, it says that it holds so many litres.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
That's garbage, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Yeah, it could be ice cream.
I don't know.
For all we know.
Yeah.
So, right, what are you going to pass me?
Well, I think we're going to start with distress again.
Right,
we started
with
all the distress yesterday, and it is because that is heavy, isn't it? It's heavy, it's chunky. You've got a lot of colours in there.
We do. So this is my distress ink box. Okay.
And this is what you cart up and down the motorway, isn't it?
So in each pile, I've got 5 distress inks in each pile. All right. So 5.
10
15 20 25 30 35 40 45 46 47 47 48 49 50 51 52, 3. That's 54 ink pads.
Wow.
And we've still got
loads
of space.
Wow, that is fabulous.
Yeah, so
that's good.
If you've got 54 ink pads at home, just put them side by side in a nice little nesting shape, and you'll be able to see the size of that box.
Yeah, and I mean, we're talking, when you look at how high these are, the depth, that is phenomenal, isn't it?
I mean...
And it shows it's so strong as well, Geordie.
These presses, you know, sometimes when you've got press studs, you fasten them, and then they pop open.
Yeah, your jeans.
No, Leonie, that's too many sweets. Hate to tell you, darling, that's too many sweets.
It's just a bad popper on it.
But they don't pop open. Yeah,
that's really good. That's sturdy.
It's so secure in there.
It looks secure. It looks really well made.
The other thing as well, if you like to do mixed media and you do a lot of painting with paintbrushes, how many of you have actually had your coffee cup there, your paintbrush thing there, and drunk your paintbrush water.
Yeah. Wash my cup, or paintbrush straight in your coffee.
Yeah, done it,
Gutters.
been there.
So many times.
If you buy the French water,
oh yes,
yeah,
yes,
it's in a square bottle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chop it off. It fits in one of those perfectly. Okay.
Savage a little water
You could
container.
actually put it in as a sleeve.
Yeah.
And then you've got that for your paintbrushes to go in.
That's a really good idea.
Not going anywhere near the unit.
Yeah.
But you've got
and you're definitely not going to pick that up and drink it.
Absolutely.
You're safe.
The bonus is if you are left-handed, right-handed, this will go wherever you want it to be.
Yeah. You just have to make sure you've got a decent lip on your table.
You need about a 2-inch lip on your table. You can see this one's actually onto a dining table. Yeah. So you can see there that it literally has gone all the way underneath there. Yeah. A lot of people have got the Swedish companies tables. You know the one I'm talking about.
Completely do.
Yeah. They fit on those perfectly.
Wonderful.
That's what my desk is.
Excellent. Yeah. So it's wonderful.
And the thick on those desks. Fits on there perfect.
Marvellous. I think it's an incredible system. Now this is the complete system. When you look at it, our Geordies fit all those ink pads in. There's still tons of room left. You have tons of room in the big main body of it, but then you've still got those 2 empty caddies. I mean, seriously, this fits in so much stuff. It's a phenomenal gift idea. If you're thinking of buying someone something, a crafter who's got everything never has enough storage. Now, you've got your main caddy, you've got 2 single pockets and 2 double pockets. I think this is cool. It looks cool as well. Now, £54.97, you've got a £7 saving, but you have got your flexi-buys. That's 2 flexi-buys of £27.48, 294099. And you've got a Freedom prize. Freedom members, you're saving £12.49. Definitely worth joining Freedom. Freedom only costs you £6.97 a month, and you don't pay any postage. With this one, obviously, you're saving £12.49, so you're saving more than it's going to cost you for the full month. Definitely worth it. 294099. That's your ultimate caddy, the complete collection. Now, that's how to store, but this is how to fill it with good stuff.
Right, so we're going to play with that lovely tree. I have to say, the tree is beautiful.
Yeah, it's exquisite.
Now, we're also matting and layering it with that Victorian dye. I know so many people have bought that Victorian dye. Yeah,
I bet. That is so pretty. I love all the little paper piece, the paper piece around the edge.
I would edge a bet that was the best-selling dye of 2017.
Really?
Yeah, that and the bone scale creators.
Right.
I would edge my bets at that being the best-selling one.
Yeah, fancy that.
So we have got here the matte and layer from the interior, and this little tree is going to sit within that perimeter of there.
Lovely.
We're going to tape it down and we're going to run him through the machine.
I love the trees. The trees were the first ones to sell. They've all sold out individually, but they were the first ones to go individually, weren't they?
They were, because I think there's something different.
Yeah. Well, and they're so easy to use, aren't they? You know, as a main topper.
Yeah. So when I take that tape away, come on, Mr. Tape, play nicely. You can see that we have. Let me put that onto the pink. You can see you've got that beautiful tree effect there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks
but the
beautiful,
underlining one, we've done with the aquaflows. We've just spritzed it up and gone with all the aquaflows and just made the design on there. Okay. And that is going to go behind. So we've got that design popping through.
And you just see all the different highlights and lowlights there.
Now, when we're using dyes, as you will know, it does tend to stretch the paper just a tad.
Right, okay.
So you can see how that's got a
wobble on.
A wobble on.
Yeah.
So when you are using these, I highly recommend that you get your adhesive into the little crevices, because normally we just put the adhesive around the edge, don't we? But what we need to do is we need to come in to the design work, okay, and stick in that design work, because if we don't, what will happen is it will, when you put your Nouveau drops on, you'll get a higher rise, and then the tendency is your Nouveau drops could then slide down the hill. And you don't want that, do you?
You don't want your nouveaux down the hill.
You don't.
Oh, Jordan.
You don't. It's the only way to describe it.
Sliding down the hill because the nouveau drop.
Yeah. So let's just place that on there and let's just hold that in situ.
Okay,
so that all that centre is now stuck down.
That's really pretty.
It's beautiful. I think it's really, really pretty. I have to say this, and one of the black cards is my favourite of the whole.
We've had ours is our same favourite, isn't it?
Yeah. So that now is stuck on there completely.
Gorgeous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, try and get into the process of making your card up.
Yeah.
Before you put your drops on.
Because. Yeah, raised drops when you're sticking are just going to go wrong.
Yeah,
aren't they?
big fat chubby fingers in the way.
Yeah.
Mine end up all over the place.
You just know it, don't you? You just know you're going to take those drops out.
You do. So literally, we're just matting and layering all that easel up.
Beautiful.
All on the top there. Also, another tip: if you are putting 3D foam behind that, do it the other way. Put your drops on, let it dry.
Ah, okay, and then 3D. Yeah.
And then 3D.
What, again, 3D. Just because if it's wobbly?
Because nouveau drops do have, it's basically glue.
Yeah.
So it does have a water element in there. So if you put that onto your card on top of 3D foam pads, if there's a foam pad there and a foam pad there and a blob there, your card will sag. Because the water will penetrate through the card.
Yeah. So even though it's a teeny tiny water content, it's enough, or it could be enough.
It does. It will bevel it. So try and get into the habit. If you're doing 3D buds, do it all first, then let it dry and then stick it together. But if you're doing it flat like I'm doing it, stick it all down flat, then blob it.
Then get the blobs out.
Then blob it, sweetheart. Right. So let's put our sentiment on.
Okay.
We'll put our little bow on there. Now on the show we also have the mini moments. And they are these little babies here. So this is just going to say thank you. Just across the bottom there. Okay, now we can go in with the blobs. We are using rhubarb.
Gorgeous. I'll take a bit of rhubarb.
And mustard. English mustard. Can you imagine those together?
Rhubarb and mustard.
That'd be
a little
awful,
bit
wouldn't
minging.
it?
Now, are these the glossy ones?
These are gloss. Okay.
That's a big one.
So, where the leaves are,
yes,
I'm using that element as a sort of fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we're going to come in with the mustard. So the mustard is going to be my strands. So let's get the mustard going. Oh, I've missed one there. Try and work in sections.
Okay.
Start at the top and then work your way back, because otherwise fingers and blobs don't go together. Yeah. So literally,
the little dots are really easy to see. I think that's perfect, because you haven't run it through an embossing or anything like that. It's just with the cuts, but the die is crisp enough for you to see those, dead easy to follow.
Yep. So with these ones, I'm not actually squeezing the bottle. The raspberry one, the rhubarb one, yes, I am.
So that's why you're getting that nice big blob.
So that's why we're getting that nice big blob. But those baby ones, what I'm really doing is just titivating.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just, and once I've got the flow, then that flow is going down the rest of it as well.
And you're hardly really squeezing, are you?
I'm being gentle, which is very strange for me.
Are you feeling out of sorts?
Yeah, feeling out of sorts. So just continue. You can see how I work that top section. Now I'm going to come down this section here.
I love the mustard.
So I'm working my hands away from the project.
Okay.
So once you get going, you will find the flow really does. You can get speed. And I think once you get the flow, go with it. Don't overthink it. Because when you start to overthink it, that's when you start to get misshapen blobs.
Oh, nothing worse, Archie.
Nothing worse. Okay.
One doesn't want misshapen blobs.
So let's come down this side.
It does come together really quickly, doesn't it?
I think it's so effective. I really do think it's beautiful. So let's just carry on.
We've had an email. Who's that one from? Darren.
Hi.
Good morning, Darren. Lovely to hear from you. He's saying, what did he say, Emily? He said he loves everything tonic and loves Geordie's demonstrations. Thank you very much. If you do want to email in, maybe you want to show off some of your gorgeous cards that you've been creating with your tonic dyes. Maybe you want to tell us how many tonic dyes you've got in your collection. Go on, have you had a count? I bet there's some people with hundreds and hundreds.
We were actually discussing this the other day, and we found a picture of the first original tonic dyes we ever manufactured.
Really?
They were literally a little round daisy and some squares, and they came with matching punches.
Oh my word.
Yeah. Now, I have the original prototypes of those as well. So we were saying, how many launches...
oh my gosh.
Can you imagine how many launches we have done in 7 years? Because it was 7 years to the date, not long ago, that we started manufacturing dyes.
My word. How many did you work it out?
No, I know. I think I'll hand that over to the office to sort out. There we go, boys. Job for you. How many launches have we done in 7 years?
And it's been about one a month-ish.
No. At the moment, we're doing about three to four launches a month.
Whoa!
And if you think a launch can be 4 or 5 dyes...
Yeah, that's a lot of dyage.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's a lot.
Emily's calculator has just blown up. Yeah, I want to know who's out there, who's had the most.
Yeah.
Now then, if you'd like to get hold of that, look at that. I love the colours. I think that is just so bright. It's festival. It's just so inviting. It's stunning on the black as well. Really gorgeous. If you would love these dyes, it is your one-day special. You can get them, of course, on that website, which is hochanda.com. If you are shopping on the website, you will see absolutely everything that we have for you. So please have a little perusal on the website. There's loads of goodies. We've got them other dyes as well, which are beautiful. They're really nice. You'll be able to mat and layer with them, create frames, do all sorts of things, and obviously they'll sit with your main dyes beautifully as well. We've then got all the nouveaux, and we've got so many different types of nouveau bundles. Have a look at the bundles, but look at the website for your pick and mix. Now, it is the one-day special. The one-day special is the main star of the show, brand new. These just launched yesterday, and already 60% of the stock has gone. 60%. Now, what I love about these, you can have these falling off the page. You can have them as a main, well, it could be the main focal point of your page. I had trouble finding that word, didn't I? Main focal point of your page, of your card. You can, of course, adorn them with the beautiful drops if you wish, but it is up to you. You might be doing your faux stitching, you might be doing real stitching. Everything's going to look stunning. Let me show some of the cards from here, because some of these we haven't really seen yet, and they are absolutely stunning. I'll start from the outside. And you can see every single card is a little bit different, a little bit special. And of course, it's up to you how you use them. Like this one, this is just gorgeous. That is the tree. So that is the top, I know, it's the top and the bottom of the tree. Isn't that clever? Nowhere near does that look like a tree. Our Geordie's moved around and been really good, haven't you, our Geordie? Have you? Have you moved around? I think she has. I might be making that up. With this one, again, the card, how stunning does that look? Because that is just one corner. You could be doing a full corner, you could be doing both corners, it could be the full pattern in the background to decorate with that one. With that one, the hugging of the happy birthday, again, absolutely exquisite, and it really is a full image. Sorry, I'm rummaging. And then, ta-dang, again, we're hugging. So they could be coming around this way, it could be going the other way, you could be doing a full page, it could be falling off the page. The choice is yours. I do think they look absolutely exquisite, and that's that tree. I love the tree. You might be paper piecing, you might be putting those elements back in, you might be decorating it, of course, with your dewdrops, but it could be anything. That's the lovely thing. The choice is yours. And I love that one as well. The other tree. Doesn't that look effective in that colour? So pretty. Okay, if you'd love to go for this, this is your one-day special. Remember, it is for just 24 hours, launch yesterday. It is a £10 saving that you're making here. Just £29.95 for these beautiful, beautiful dies. If you do want to go for these, however, you do need to be quick, because already, what are we on now? Is it still set? It is 60% of the stock has gone. This is the kind of thing you can create. So that first card we saw, that was the top of the tree. Cut the top, cut the bottom, which I just think looks amazing and so different. This one, the second tree, again, absolutely beautiful. And I do love those swirls on this. I think that is stunning as well. Now, the next one, flourishes. I mean, flourishes are fabulous, whether it be just adorn in the corner, whether of course you'll be spinning it round and having it so it flows. The choice is yours. Sorry. Our George is down there tickling me. What are you rummaging at? Have you got more samples? Wow. Are they all for samples for these?
No, they're for these ones.
All right. Anyway, so back. I'm back with you. So you've got the lovely little flourish. Again, that might be the side of the card. It might be the top of the card. It might be a beautiful page. Can you imagine that on a wedding scrapbook page? You'd literally only need that decorating it. So many things you can do. The wonderful bluebells, so pretty. Again, every single image gives you so many choices, but they are literally flying out the door. If you would like to get hold of these for just £29.95, you know what to do. It's a 112088. That's your item number. You can check it out on the website, hochanda.com, or you can give us a ring and place your orders that way. 01733 60 2000. Is it? Did I just say the number right then? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Whee! Now then, we've got beautiful finished cards here, but we've got a little clip as well, and this is to give you some wonderful inspiration. Hello and welcome. It was beautiful though. I love it because there are so many different ways of using those dies.
There's loads and loads of different ways, whether you're making contemporary, modern, vintage, you can even do it in your grunge. They're really nice.
Yep. They're the type you want to get home and play.
They do.
You just need to play.
Yeah. So I'm going to play with my favourite. Okay.
What's your favourite?
My favourite is the one that's got the little lotus flower.
Gorgeous.
On the top. I adore it. Okay.
Yep.
Now, do you have our 3D embossing folders with the idyllic dies?
Ooh.
Because this here is part of that collection. Yeah, so we've got the embossing folder across the bottom, we've got the sentiments going down the middle there. Now that is going to be the component of my card.
Beautiful.
Now I want my die to sit nicely within that white space there.
Lovely.
Okay, so I'm just going to put this together so it's nice and level. Okay, so we've got that nice level there.
That is because, oh, she already had a little giggle. Elaine's emailed in.
Hi, Elaine.
She isn't admitted to how many Telnic dies she's got because she's got too many. Oh, go on, Ireland. Give us. Oh, she's got all the storage as well. I bet it looks good. She's got a magnetic sheet stuck on a wall with the dies set on a wall in the living room. I'm only making that up. I don't know if it is in the living room. It looked fabulous. Can you imagine, like, your feature wall?
It'd be very interesting. It'd be a good focal point to talk about.
It definitely would. Can you imagine? Can you imagine when your mates would be coming around and be like, what is that?
Yeah.
No, Elaine, go on. Try and give us a ballpark. What do you reckon? How many do you reckon you've got, Jordan?
Well, I have every single one.
Wow, yes.
So, as I say, and some of them I have the prototypes for as well. Because many times what happens when we're designing is we will design the dies. We then get samples, and if those samples don't work, then we look at them and think, right, let's change that wobbly bit and we tweak it.
Yeah.
Now, at that time, I may already have the production samples.
Yeah, wow.
So I'll have got the original ones with the wobbly bits. I'll then have got the ones that went on sale.
Yeah.
So I could have 2 sets of the same version, but with a twist.
Yeah.
So I've got loads, because I've never, ever thrown one away.
Really?
So even the dies that we've drawn, had samples for, and decided we don't like them, I've still got those.
My word. They must be worth some these days.
So I've got boxes and boxes.
Yeah, I bet you have. Yeah. That is a lot of caddy.
It's a good job. It's a good job. My office is actually on the ground floor, because the ceiling, I don't think it'd take away.
It'd take an house out, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's next?
We're going with the Craft Perfect beautiful pink onto the black. Okay, so this is going to be quite a colourful card. Then go on with the white. Now, once again, try and get some adhesive within the swirls. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, you will. If the first time you do it and you don't put any adhesive in there, you'll curse yourself.
So you find out really quickly.
You will, yeah. But it is nice just to get into those little areas, okay? Because stick them down and you're going to get the perfect drop. Don't stick them down, and the chances are that your drops will slightly move to the side.
You'll get a wobbly drop.
You will get a wobbly drop.
And it is easy with the glue to get that precision as well, because it has got a nice fine tip on it. Check out the website for that.
So I'm just sticking that down there as well. Oh, I want to say thank you to the lady who said that Tonic ought to do a utility bra. I think that would be absolutely
That's such a good idea.
Amazing.
This is because our Geordie yesterday, like we weren't on the the screening but our Geordie was like, bear with, had a rubbish, didn't you, Geordie?
Yeah. So you
had your Nouvos down your bra.
With Nouveau drops, they like to be at room temperature. Okay, but to get a really nice, easy, flowing dot, warm them in your bra. Yeah, honestly, it works. How many of you have done it, and how many of you are still doing it?
How many of you
break something
have
that works?
gone to the supermarket and then realised that your Nouveau drops are still in your bra?
Me.
And when you're going showered, you do that, and it's like, oh.
Yeah. How many of you have been to the supermarket with sticky buds just in the right places? Me.
I haven't done that one. There was a lady, she emailed in, and she'd gone to the supermarket, and she had it were a stencil, and it was stuck to her bum, but it were of an half moon. I think it was an half moon. It might have even been a full moon, which I quite liked. I thought that was quite fabulous, stuck to her bum. But she walked around the whole supermarket emailing what strangeness have you found upon either upon your person or stuck to you by accident.
It's easy done, isn't it? Absolutely easily done. So this one here, we're going on to the metallic card now.
Wonderful.
Now, I've actually got it centralised, because you could actually then use that as a topper, but I'm actually using the waist that comes out.
Super.
Because I'm going to do a little bit of paper piercing.
Wonderful. We've had an image. Okay. Oh, this is from a different Elaine. So this Elaine has sent in. Oh, that
is beautiful.
Yeah, that is gorgeous. Now, she's doing a show at a school, and she's making loads of these for Mother's Day, and that is absolutely exquisite. We're both rebels.
Oh, you want to believe it, sweetheart.
I remember that collection.
They're the Floral Affections.
The Floral Affections. Yeah. Do you remember all the names for the collections?
Right. I used to remember all the names. I used to remember all the product codes as well.
Did you?
Yeah, not now.
No, I was going to say, because now it's gone beyond.
I've slept since then. I tend to remember the dies after about 3 or 4 weeks.
Right, but then delete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purely and simply because the brain doesn't function if I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're
no,
just
I
placing
don't think mine would. That looks really
colour
pretty.
back in. Okay. I think I remember the older ones more than I remember the new ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Not the numbers as well, surely.
Oh no, not the numbers. No.
Just the names.
When we used to do punches, I could do the order forms.
Yeah.
With just the product codes and know which ones they were, but not now.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Mike can. I say to Mike, can you order me such and such? What number's that? I'm like, how am I supposed to know?
But he knows them all?
Yeah, he knows them all.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have a clue. I have trouble with our phone number, don't I, Nia? Yes. And most of the time it's written on screen.
Have you ever given out your mobile telephone number by mistake?
No, I have given out random numbers. You know when you just say a number and think, I have no idea whose number I've just said? Which is bizarre because I don't remember numbers. I might have given out a different channel's website. That definitely may have happened.
Yeah.
But I doubt I've given out the phone number because I can't remember it.
Oh dear. So we've got in there now.
Or maybe I can remember it.
That little interface in there.
That's
We've
really
just put
pretty.
the paper piercing. But of course that bit that you cut out is going to make an amazing topper in its own
of course
right.
you are going to mix and match it, so the white that you cut from that put back in there is going to look amazing
so
as well.
all these little white bits, as you say, that we've cut out will then go back into
That was pretty.
and formulate another card. So you're doing two at the same time.
Yeah.
So we've got Will's hand here. No, we haven't. I'm telling Porky Pies.
Oh,
we have
not
got
Will's.
we have got the ATC. Hello, out of the ATC.
Okay.
Okay, and that is going to come just down the bottom there. And we're going to go in now with two different colour pinks.
Beautiful.
So the first one that we're going to use is bubblegum. No, it's not. It's carnation pink.
It's carnation.
I'm telling some right porkers today. Yeah. So that's carnation
We would
pink.
utterly just believe you, wouldn't we?
And that is raspberry pink.
Beautiful.
So we've got a pearlescent and we've also got a gloss.
Superb. Again, you will find those on the website. Do check it out. You know, we've got the pick and mix on the website. And the lovely thing is the cardstock that our Jodie's using, you will be able to find the cardstock as well. And you've seen how well the colours combine. So do have a look because we've got them all on there.
So big blobs.
They're big blobs.
They're big, prominent blobs,
Aren't they
those.
just?
Okay. So they're overnighters.
Yeah. So leave them, walk away.
Overnight, yeah. Don't be tempted to go back and stick one's fingers in.
Which one does?
Oh, darling, I always do. I'm impatient and I'll go back and think, oh.
Me too, should be dry now.
Just check, see if it's dry, stick the finger. Oh, dear.
Doesn't do your head in. I do exactly the same. The wonderful thing with the Nouveaus, self-levelling. I mean, you can see there, they just become lovely little embellishments. They are quicker, they are definitely cost-effective when you think about how many embellishments you'd have to buy. And, I mean, it is, for me, it's the speed of use as well.
It is, it's instant. You know, you don't have to mess about. You know, when you first get them and you've never had a Nouveau drop before, I highly recommend that you practice on scrap card.
Yes, yeah, just to get used to the flow of it.
Yeah, now if you are not confident of putting this straight onto your card, because let's face it, it's the last thing that you do put on your card, and if you make an absolute boo-boo, then it's like, got to start again, But if you've practiced on a piece of card, then the chances are that you're going to be in the flow.
Yeah.
Now, if you can't bring yourself to going direct to card, you know the back of 3D foam pads?
Yes.
The bit that you throw away.
Yeah. So the bit that the actual adhesive stuck on.
Yeah. That is one of the best things to put your Nouveau drops on.
Okay.
Let them dry and then they'll just peel off there and you can just use normal adhesive to stick them on.
Super, so they'll be perfect. And you're creating your own embellishments then.
And you can store them in little Loctite bags.
Yeah.
And they don't stick together.
Really?
They don't stick together at all. Which is one of the biggest bonuses, So you can make them up and store all the different colours.
That's amazing.
So that they're ready to go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold that one up just slightly so that those big blobs don't run down my card.
That is really pretty. I love the colour palette.
Yeah, I do.
It's absolutely exquisite.
And one of the nice things about Nouveau drops as well is you can change the shape of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to bring them out and give them just a different feel.
Look like a little leaf, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you can just, you know, you can really play with them. Join them together, bleed them together, paint,
swirl them together
with them.
Oh, they're lovely.
Really pretty.
Yeah, that does look really effective. If you'd love to go for these, it is your fantastic Flowers and Swirls die set. You're getting 5 dies. You've got so much choice that you can do with this. So many different ideas. And you've got a £10 saving. 112068 is your item number. Right, now then, we've got more dies as well. All of these are amazing. They're quite big dies, aren't they?
They are a set of nesting dies.
Okay.
They do have all the little perforations in there for the dot and drops as well. You know, you've got all the inside and outside edges in there as well. So you've got some really, really pretty dies to play with. Now, they will work in conjunction with the one-day special.
Ah, fabulous.
Yeah, they will fit in a lot of them.
Yeah,
okay?
because that outside edge, you'd be able to make a shape card with that one, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. You could do the aperture with that outside edge. So you're then looking into the one-day special.
Yeah, that'd be pretty.
You can start to play with them. But as you can see on them, there is all the spacing on there for your Nouveau drops.
Lovely, of course. And there is, on that one inside, there isn't the little dots, but you have got on the outside, did you? Or am I making that up? Yeah, so there is.
There's a double aspect die within this one, okay?
A double aspect.
So what we mean by a double aspect die, pull it out.
Go on then, Jodie.
This one here is a double aspect die. So you can see the cutting edge is right on the interior. So when you use that in your cardstock, if you put it so it's centralised, you're going to get the aperture that's got little dots on the inside.
Yeah.
And then your matte and layer is going to have dots on the inside. So that die does a double aspect job.
Double aspect.
Absolutely.
That's marvellous.
Yep, and that's
which gives you all the dots.
It does, and that is the same for the medium-sized one in there as well. That's a double aspect.
And you can see there all the dots, OK, that's your first one. That's your garden gate. Absolutely lovely. Whether you be making shape cards, whether you're making the apertures to put them in, using the double aspect, the choice is yours. That's your first one. The next one that we've got, this is pretty, because you can see the roses in this, can't you?
You can, you know, but depending on what colour you actually do it in, if you do it in greens and things like that, it does start to look very Celtic.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. It's one of these. I'm sure with this one. Were it this one that you'd paper pasted or coloured in?
Yes.
Because it looks so striking.
It looks beautiful. So whether you want to make little easel cards with them, you can. You've got beautiful ways, just matting and layering them all up.
Yeah, see, because all that shaped card is made from dies.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting croaker and croaker as the day's going on.
You bet.
The next one that we've got for you, again, a beautiful die, good size dies as well. And you can see just how many layers you're getting with these. You've got the detail, and then, of course, you've got the cutting edge. So you're cutting in and you're cutting out of the die. Just $12.99. I do love that one. Look at that. And something like that, I mean, that's simple, plain black card, but doesn't that just look effective?
It is so simple, isn't it? But so pretty.
I do love that you're looking into the cards with these as well. So many different choices. So that one, if you'd like to go for that one, is the patterned painting. Last but by no means least, hold on, different card, is your paisley drop.
Yeah, now this one is the most versatile die in there. That has got a lot of inside and outside edge dies. It's got loads in there. The combinations and configurations that you can make with that particular die set is unbelievable.
So it's a good one to mix up.
Absolutely. It's a good one to start to build your die collection as well, because there's so many different outside edges in there.
And you want something that isn't a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
That one definitely isn't. That one is going to allow you to create so many different layers, so many different looks. OK, that's pretty. If you'd like to go for that one, it's 497657. Check the website out. They're absolutely lovely dies, good size dies, and they're only $12.99. Do check those out. Miss Jodie, what is next?
You know, we say sometimes the simplest is the most elegant.
Indeed.
That's what we're going to do. OK.
Really?
So we have had our large nesting dies out. So a basic circle.
OK.
And then we're going to bring this and we're going to cascade it around the bottom of our design work.
Beautiful.
Tape it down and run that through the machine.
Do you know the size of the circle? Because that's going to fit perfectly.
This is the largest. No, it's not. This is the interior of the Celtic Dream.
And that's the Celtic Dream?
Yeah, that's the interior of the Celtic Dream. It's bigger than the nesting dies. I would say that's come from the Celtic Dream.
Right, so check the website out for that one. Okay,
so now, when I take that away, all these little bits you could save, yeah? Because like we say, you could be putting those back into another project, yeah? So we're going to take that away. And now that, look how the colour starts to pop through.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Remember, we've got to stick all those elements down.
Yep. And you can see there, because they are definitely popping up.
They are definitely popping up, sweetheart. Yeah. So we're going to come in and we're putting the adhesive in those little locations, because we don't want it to pop up.
Lovely.
Many reasons, though. I mean, let's face it, we don't want it to catch on the envelope,
exactly.
do we?
And that's it. And it only takes a few seconds. I mean, you don't need to get really carried away putting glue absolutely everywhere. And you don't need too much adhesive. It's just tiny adhesive to help it anchor down. And that one is so elegant. I know I kept babbling on yesterday about them falling off the page, but they would look beautiful.
They would.
And you could do it easily. They don't need to. I think because of the design, because it isn't cutting out of it, it's just going to cut some detail into it.
It is. So I'm just holding all those little areas down now, just making sure that they're all nice and flat, OK? So let's take that's been used with the same die over the crease to formulate our card blank. So let's add that on there.
We've had an email. This is an email from Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. Kim has got, was it over 200? 230 tonic dies, and she even had to buy a new cupboard to fit them all in. That's lovely. I
need a new double garage because I'm just exploding at the seams, Kim.
Thank you ever so much, Kim. You're definitely in the lead, Kim, because no one's been playing. It's rude.
I know.
What else did we want?
I am going to find out.
Oh, Elaine did have a little bit of a wobble when she saw them all because there's too many.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Elaine. Deep breath, it'll be fine. Deep breath and then just use one or two and then you'll feel fine again then. Yeah. It'll be like my investment was a worthy investment.
Yeah. Actually... I'll do something on my Facebook page in the next couple of days.
Uh-oh, what you gonna do?
I've just had a brainwave. I'll do something on my Facebook page in a couple of days.
Oh, what are you going to do?
Secret. Yeah, I will.
Not good with them.
And it'll work.
All right then. When's your Friday? Is it Friday wine that you still have? Do you still have your Friday wine?
Tuesday wine time.
Tuesday wine time.
7 p.m. I did it with Dave last night at 8 o'clock.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have a Tuesday wine then?
No. We just sat and had a laugh, and everybody said, "Oh, Dave, he's such a good boy, preen up with you."
Oh, Dave, I don't know how he does it.
Yeah.
I've been saying this. No, I do know how it works with Geordie, obviously. No, how he does the hours, Dave, he's...
Oh, no.
Right,
so we've kept it very simple and very neutral, yeah? And this is where
That's pretty, that. I really like that.
To start to pop. So this is the seashell, okay? This is the ivory seashell,
Beautiful.
And we're just going in. Now, I'm going to be a little bit more careful with this one because I do want the blobs to be quite prominent.
Right. Yeah, because with it being on the craft card, you want them to stand out, don't you?
We do. So I'm going to be a little bit more careful than what I've been with the other ones.
Yeah, you are being.
Yeah, the other ones I've done a lot smaller blobs on, but this one I want them to be quite proud.
So because of that, you're just being careful so you don't get any.
I am. I'm going a little more slowly.
Yeah.
And squeezing my bottle a tad more.
Just so your blobs are bigger.
Yeah, but you can see how beautiful those blobs do work.
And what colour's that one?
This is Ivory Seashell.
Right.
This is one of my all-time favourites.
So if people need that one, get on the website.
This is where Nouveau started.
Is it? What was that one?
Ivory Seashell was where Nouveau started.
My word, it is beautiful. It looks really good on craft card, doesn't it?
Yeah, this was the colour that started Nouveau. This was the colour that I took to Gareth, my boss, and said, I need that in a bottle.
and that did the job.
And that's
I need.
I did, yeah. So it was a case of I would like that in a bottle with a Diamante on the top.
Nice. And
yeah,
that's what they did.
And that's where Nouveau started.
Oh.
And he was like, why do you want a Diamante on the top? And I'm like, because I do. I want it to be pretty.
Yeah.
I want it to be collective. I want it to be something that us ladies like to have on our shelves.
I think that's a lovely idea because with these they do look posh. I remember when they first came out. I'm getting drop envy. Okay. Please may I, is that your scrap?
Yeah.
Please may I have a play?
Yeah, you can have a play, my darling.
Drop envy. It's the thing. You have to be careful of drop envy because you don't want to, yeah, now then. I have to be quick, apparently.
Pick whatever colour you want.
Okay, how much time? Oh, I should have done this earlier.
So you can see now how I've literally got my motion, my flow. We're going with it. Okay?
Yeah.
So the last little bit coming. You know, I find this therapeutic.
Yeah, that's why we're getting drop envy because I thought,
yeah.
Oh, I want
As
something
an
cool.
impatient person, you would automatically think that this would drive me mad.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can see it coming together.
Yeah, it's way
so
nicer.
Fast.
Yeah. I tell you what does,
So
I don't like doing the actual paper
card.
pricking, you know, with your tool.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that, but this I like.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like
honestly,
this, Geordie.
It is so pretty. Ooh, oh, it's good if I had my hand behind it then.
Oh, well done, Geordie.
There we go.
That is beautiful.
But
it's so elegant. It's so elegant. They're all really elegant. There's so many things you can do with these, Geordie. Your Nouveau drops will dry absolutely perfect. They'll dry like little stones. They do look absolutely exquisite. There's so many different ways that you're going to decorate these with all your different colours, with all the different types of Nouveau drops. But you do need to check your baskets. They're absolutely exquisite. And they go with any colour as well.
And they bring that extra dimension into
Yes.
it, so it's not just a flat card.
No, absolutely. And you can place them wherever you fancy.
Yeah.
You know, cutting into that card to make those gorgeous, gorgeous designs. There you go. One of my favourites to end. 112088, that's your item number. You're saving £10, but you need to check your basket out. Thank you, Jodie. Bye-bye. Now then, coming up next, we've got the wonderful Rowan Dean embroidery. I'm then being let loose. I better get ready then, answer. And then we've got your desire, create a card with art, Fiona.
Hello, my name's Catherine Sturrock and I bring to Hochanda my company Character Crafts. Character Crafts brings to you our laser cut designs. Each design is designed by myself. We cut them on the laser machines here in Doncaster and bring the products to you at home. Character Crafts is suitable for all ages and all abilities, so I hope that I can inspire you and help you along with your crafting. I like to show you how to use different paint techniques and different techniques to bring the characters alive, and use various mediums to decorate, and I also use air dry clay for decorating with the flowers. So make sure you look out for the character craft shows on Hochanda. I hope to see you soon.
Hi, I'm Lizzie, and I'm really pleased to have been asked to join the family at Crafters Companion and subsequently join the family at Hochanda. So I've been stitching for, well in excess of 55 years. I know, how frightening is that? But you know, along that way, I've learned so many different things. I've learned shortcuts, I've been inspired, I've learned how to do different techniques and different designs and different styles. So many things. It's been an exciting time, and all during that time I've stitched and created, and I really can't wait to share this with you all at Hochanda. I would be very happy if you joined me on my shows on Hochanda and learn along with me.
Sheena Douglas brings us a stunning new stamp collection from her Little Bit Sketchy range. These hand-drawn stamps consist of beautiful flowers and foliage, as well as inspirational quotes throughout. These wonderful stamps are ideal for enhancing any craft project. So join us on the 26th of January at 6 p.m. for the UK TV launch.
Hello there, good morning and welcome back to Hochanda. Boy, are we in for a treat. We've been through our second hour with Rowan Dean. Now, if you unfortunately missed out on the 7 o'clock show this morning, then please don't be too concerned, because we've got some beautiful pieces to share with you. And this is proving to be one of our best sellers from 7 a.m. And I'm not surprised, because it's absolutely beautiful and lots of dimension. Of course, it's a gorgeous design put together by the lovely Katrina from Rowan Dean. How are you, Katrina? How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
I love this.
It's great, isn't it?
It's so cute. And the thing that I love about it as well, let's see if I can show you without wrecking the set as I usually do, is little wings. Look at that. They're actually lift up. So you've got the dimension with this as well.
Looks like it's just flown in and landed.
Beautiful. Gorgeous choice of colours, as you always do, because we're just colours. So we've got the details up on the screen for you if you fancy getting hold of those. The thing that you will spot from this show is we've got lots and lots of affordable kits. So maybe you've not gone for one of the Rowan Dean kits before, and if not, why not? Because it's absolutely gorgeous. Lots of bestsellers from the last kind of 6 months or so.
Yeah.
And a mix of all sorts.
Well, I think that's good to have different kinds of kits and different challenges in different ones. I think it makes it interesting.
Certainly does, and maybe this is the year that you've decided that you're going to have a go at embroidery, and this is textured embroidery. It's not regular embroidery, really, is it?
I think it's more than that.
Yeah,
you're almost
exactly.
painting with the threads, and we're adding textures, and we're using lots of different kinds of threads. So yeah, it's not just embroidery, you know.
But the nice thing is we've got kits that are kind of bite-sized, so little tester kits with some gorgeous sparkle cards. Check those out. We've got the details at the bottom of the screen. Shu will show you later on, but if you want to jump onto the website, you can do. We've got larger kits available for you as well. The most adorable snowdrops that were very popular at 7 o'clock this morning. Let's have a little rummage around. But don't forget, don't go too far, because we've got the lovely Katrina taking us through our paces and maybe enlightening you with regards to embroidery in the process. Now, this is how your kit comes to you.
This is how the design comes. It's been screen printed onto the fabric, and that there isn't every line on there, just some of them.
Okay.
So you've got a guide, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to just create the background. So we've got some organza that is in the pack, and then you're just randomly going to place those over the design, just till you like the position of them. So, and then you're just going to pin those on. It doesn't really matter, don't worry about where they are. It's just to create a bit of colour.
Okay.
Now, inside the instruction there is a little bit of, it should look more or less like this, but you just have a go with the fabrics and just create the colour.
You're not going to be knocking on people's doors if they don't do exactly.
I think, and you get nice colours overlapping. You might want to tear them, you might want to cut them, or you can just place them on as they are. All right,
Nice
so
and
I've
easy.
got mine that I did and tacked those on. So I pinned them on first, and then I've tacked them. Now that just means a running stitch all the way over the surface, just to hold it in place. And then that's going to come out at the end, so it's just a temporary stitch. So the first one that we're going to do is called stem stitch.
Okay.
All right, now stem stitch, I know we've got frames, but stem stitch is one that I think is better without.
Okay.
All right, so if I'm writing the instructions for a kit, and that's the case, I would say do that first. So we're going to start with some of the dandelion flowers.
And I've worked with you over quite a number of shows, and stem stitch is kind of one of those, what I call a bread and butter stitch. It's one of those ones that you will see over and over again.
Yeah, it's like straight stitch, you know, stem stitch, anything that you want to curve, whether it's a leaf or a flower head or a tree branch, that's the best stitch.
Lovely.
So it's going to give a nice shape and nice lines. All right, now obviously the thickness of the thread, it'll be in the instruction, but I'm more or less using 3 strands on this.
Okay.
Don't want to lose the wings, fly off. Okay, so on the card you'll see that they're numbered, and you'll see in the range of colours which ones to use.
And are all the threads pre-carded when we receive our kit, or do we have to separate them?
No, you don't have to separate them.
Oh,
you just get play straight away. You know, because that's. You know, we use so many shades of green. If I described it as use the green in the kit, it would be just, you know, it put everybody off before the start. So I want to get started, and that's why we designed the card in the first place.
Love that.
So it's just
saves
hooked over.
time as well.
And the colours make you feel good anyway.
Yes.
The colours make you want to stitch. So you just take the thread off the card, and then it sort of makes you feel. You could be a little bit tidy with the threads, but it doesn't really matter. Enjoy. The idea is that you're going to enjoy the whole thing.
And that's your passion behind everything, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, whatever design you choose, whether it's the bee or the Himalayan poppies or whatever it happens to be, you've just got to love that design, because that's what makes you finish it.
Everybody else is loving it as well, because already this is the first time that we've had a proper look at this being demonstrated, and already a quarter of the stock has gone. And I know in the past I've asked you about if somebody's watching it's the first time that they've ever gone for a kit, should they go for something nice and simple? And you always say no, not
go
necessarily.
with the one that you just love, and because that's what makes you finish it. And
passion.
Even if some of the parts of it might be a challenge, you just have a go there. And having a go is what it's all about, really.
Well, we're busy bees on that call centre, because lots of you placing your orders for this particular one.
So this one, it's much better to hold the fabric, so that even if the fabric is creased, it'll uncrease when you put it back into your frame. All right, so it's often better to do that. So for this stitch, it's almost like a rolled back stitch. So you place the needle in, and then you bring the needle out where the thread came out the last time, and each time, to keep the shape, you keep the thread up or you keep the thread down. You keep it in the same direction.
So it doesn't matter whether you go to the right or the left, as long as
you
it's
do
the same.
As long as you do the same. And for a curve, the smaller the stitch, the better. And that gives a smoother line. All right, so each time. And so you'll find that there are most of the lines of the dandelion printed on. And then for stem stitch, technically, fasten off, just wind it round a couple of times, and that's just going to hold it in place and then restart. Technically, if you're doing stem stitch, you should go in the same direction, and that just gives a smoother finish. I'm sure it probably doesn't matter that much if you just carried on, but
we have this conversation all the time.
Technically, we
don't follow rules.
Do that. And then once you've done a couple of those, you start to build up the shape of the dandelion. And this design was from my lawn, was full of dandelions.
Oh really? That's where your inspiration came?
Got, you know, a little bit of, well, quite a few dandelions and quite a lot of clover. So it was just picked out the garden.
And again, I know they're classed as weeds, but what's a weed? What's a wildflower?
Really, really pretty, and the bees like them. So you work each of those, and then eventually you build up the shape. And the other part of the flowers facing forward, is just straight stitch. And so there's a mixture of shades of yellow. You can do it exactly as the instructions, or you can just use whichever ones you like, as long as it's shades of yellow.
And with this
really
particular design, how many different styles of stitches are we likely to encounter?
Well, we've got the straights, we've got the stem stitch, and then we've got a few French knots.
Okay.
That's it, really. That's it. And we've got a few beads. I think we're going to show you the beads.
Okay.
And I'd like to show you how to do the leaf. And well, time always seems to run out, but and the wings as well. So I think we'll do a little bit of both. The straight stitch is easy, so now you can put it in your frame.
So tell you what, is it okay if I do a very quick review, because we've been busy for lots of different kits, and then we can come back and join with you, if that's okay?
That's brilliant.
Brilliant. So let me give you the details of the kit that Katrina's just been showing us. Absolutely beautiful kit. In there, we've already covered the fact that you are going to get those fabulous threads. You're going to get that wonderful canvas that you're going to be building up on, and of course you're going to get your gorgeous little beads as well. They're going to allow you to create that gorgeous design that we can see here in the frame. And of course the frame is personal to you. The frame isn't included with your kit, but a very affordable way of getting hold of it might be on the website if you wanted to have a little look on there. But £11.99, that's all you're going to be paying for this particular kit, but approaching a third has gone already. If you wanted to get hold of this one, let me show exactly what you get in that particular kit. It's brilliant value for money. 863017 being your item number for this one. But before you check out your baskets, perhaps check out some of the other items that Katrina has brought to us. Don't forget, if you need any of your tools, then we have got things like your hoops and your scissors available, and we've got a fabulous set as well of accessories with extra needles in there, chenille needles and all sorts of different things. So in that one you're going to get your 7-inch, your 5-inch hoop, and of course your scissors, but we'll show you those later on. Another little set you might like to add in is this brilliant little idea. The Pebble has got all those fabulous chenille needles in there. You've also got your flower head pins, and you've got your magnets there as well. At £9.99, 741201 being your item number if you fancy popping that into your basket. And incidentally, if you do want to add anything into your basket alongside any of your kits, it's just £1 with your post and packing. But on shows like this, keep an eye on it, because as it starts creeping towards that £6 mark, you might want to check out your Freedom membership. I love these. I came into the studio and I looked at the title, because obviously we do our preparation. It said sparkle cards. These sparkle with an S, capital S.
They are brilliant. They're brilliant.
Love them.
It's a really nice way of making a collection of ideas stitched on tweed, and the fabrics, the organzas. There's some metallic ones. There's some mixed colours. You know, you've really got a lot of colour to play with, really, and they're easy. They're really so easy.
I love the mix that we've got here, because obviously you've got your tweed, and tweed has got a reasonable amount of weight to it, but then you've got the light airiness of that organza in, and the gorgeous sparkle with the threads and beads.
Well, this tweed we have used for a long time, and we have it made for us, and it's a really nice weight, so it's like a dress weight. You could wear this, so it's a really nice quality, and it allows you to use textured threads as well as the sparkly threads. So, and our neutral background's quite nice. So that's key to this one.
And again, printed in a similar way to the bumblebee that we saw, obviously with your designs on there. Six them all on that one piece, and you can see these gorgeous cards when they're all put together. I'd be tempted to pop these in frames.
I think people do.
Yeah,
you know,
it's nice, nice
to give as a gift, but you could easily put those in a frame, or a collection of frames.
Yes,
a tree or something.
Yeah,
really nice.
And you're getting 6 for £14.95. Really good value. Works out just £2.50 a card. And it's a nice, easy way of perhaps testing the water with regards to embroidery. If you do want to go down that route where you're working on a smaller project, this is definitely the one for you. 163654. Now, we've got variety here. Let's have a look at these ones at the back as well, because you can't quite see them. Love the purples in this one.
I think it gives you the opportunity to use more organza, or if you've not really used much organza, but the sparkle of the beads. I mean, you could always mix the colours. I know people who've done them already, and then they've swapped and used the other colour group to do the other. So there's lots of freedom to design yourself. You know,
and I guess with these, you could work on the 6 cards as they come, and then use your own fabrics, because you've learnt how to create things like your lazy daisies and all sorts in there, and go on and make your own designs. And again, all the threads. Look at all of these threads. If you were to consider investing in each one of these threads as an individual skein, we're talking a lot more than £14.95.
That's right, and you might only need three strands of one of them, or a sparkly one, 2 strands, and that's enough. You wouldn't really want to buy one individual.
The right shades and everything, which can be tricky when you're just starting out. You don't know which colours to go for, but you've done that for us. Another nice, easy way of getting hold of it. 163654 is your item number, and £14.95. Continue to keep the details at the bottom of the screen for that bumblebee and the dandelion, so check that one out. It's been very, very popular as well. This one, I love this. This is so sweet. Cats, I mean, straight away. We're there, aren't we, with these? This is lovely. Playing with the hydrangeas.
There's something in that hydrangea
tucked away, isn't there?
It's hiding. Very easy to do. I mean, this design, there isn't any organza, it's all stitched, but it's not too big, it's not too daunting if you want to have a project that is all stitched.
And I'm not being that, but when you look at this, it looks as if it is quite complicated because there's a lot of stitching going on there.
Well, I mean, you're almost covering the surface, but look at those French knots on the hydrangea.
And so
once you know how to do a French knot, you just can't stop stitching. So it's a mixture of colours. You know, blues, different shades of blue and purple, and you know, they are beautiful. They are a stunning plant, and they just look real, don't they, when they're in the French knot?
Absolutely gorgeous. And the cat as well. I'm guessing if you've got threads of your own, if you wanted to change it into a ginger tom or like my mum's Misty, a little silver grey cat, you could do that quite easily.
I know, and yes. Yeah, I mean, even the paws, you know, and all these.
Just put their own little markings on there. Yeah. Love it. Now, if you fancy getting hold of this one, Freedom members, look at that. You've got a discounted price, bringing that price down to £10.79. How affordable is that? The regular price of £11.99 is brilliant as well. So 553893 being your item number. We might even get to see this one in action later on. And we haven't mentioned about your instructions because you always give us comprehensive instructions to help us step by step.
Yeah, I mean, there is a plan. You know, there is an order to do the stitching, and I think it's good to have the stitch diagrams as well. Just to give an idea, it's that, you know, 3 or 4, maybe 5 stitches, but it just gives you the plan to work to. It doesn't mean you have to complete all of that area, you know, you can always move to a different area, but it's definitely got every instruction combination of thread.
And I have to say, when you actually look at that imagery, it reminds me of painting by numbers, and as simple as that is, you're stitching by numbers.
Yes, painting with the thread almost.
Love it. There we go. If you fancy getting hold of this one, then why not add it to your basket? Whether you're placing your order online or through our call centre, you can pop that one in, perhaps alongside that bumblebee one. Nice outdoorsy feel to those. 553893 being your item number if you fancy getting hold of those. But of course, the dandelion and the bumblebee, you are loving this. I'm not surprised, to be honest, because it's light and airy, and you've got the wispiness of the wings,
and it has the organza, which as well I think gives it a little, because everybody's will come up slightly different depending where you place the organza, and a few beads.
And so bit of clover just a little bit so you can see it in all its glory. Absolutely beautiful. And you can achieve this. You can achieve this. We just saw earlier on, Katrina showed us, so easy for you to recreate this in the comfort of your own home. 863017, £11.99. Now, approaching 40% of the stock has gone. So if your heart's set on this one, I would suggest that you pop it in your basket, but more importantly, check your basket out, because you could miss out on this one if you're not too careful. Have we got another show with you today, Katrina? This is it?
No.
This is it. Could be your last opportunity. And now, of course, when you are stitching, you need somewhere to keep yourselves organised, and Katrina's thought of that as well with your needle case kit. And this is lovely. Always very popular.
I really enjoyed making these. I mean, I can make one after the other, and they come out different every time, which is great. So you've got here, you've got 2 main designs on the cream fabric with the print, and so you'd stitch those first, and then the magic that for each page, you can get loads of ideas and do your own thing and just design each one differently.
And I love this because you've got so many different elements within the kit. You can get your organzas. This is where you've got that kind of tearing going on. You get that wispiness.
Messy fraying the fabric, distorting it, using the beads.
But again, you've still got a practical area where you can store your needles and perhaps pins as well you might want to pop in there. But look at this gorgeous little layout that you could be building. This is a lovely one to make and give as a gift to somebody as well, isn't it?
And you can almost look at your garden, add little bits. You might want to add beads and brooch. You know, you can customise it a lot.
I love it. And of course, it's a nice one to practice those stitches as well, isn't it? And practice using your beads and things like that.
You know, or if you're going for coffee, you can just stitch a corner. You know, it doesn't have to be a big project to do.
Now, I've got 2 options. We've just been looking at the bluebell one, but the second one is your poppies with that gorgeous, vibrant red in there. And again, using those organzas on the front, so much texture. Love it.
And then I've dyed the felt, you see, as well. So it's hand-dyed felt that's wool. So it's slightly heavier than, a man-made felt. So it's really nice to work with.
And you can see that with here, because obviously when you're hand-dyeing, you don't want to be too perfect with those colours. So you do get that kind of fading and mottled look.
Splodging the colours a little bit. So you'll get another little piece with different colours in as well. So
beautiful. You are going to have so fun creating this, and of course you can see it is a practical project as well.
And that's got the little pebble in there, so that's the pebble. So you could put one for the scissors or the pins, or whatever.
What a clever idea. A little bead, maybe left over from one of your other kits, making your closure on there. And of course, got lots of area for you to actually pop all your little needles and things. Freedom members, you've got another discounted price. Definitely a good hour to be a Freedom member. £14.39 being your price as a Freedom member, but of course regular price of £15.99, really affordable as well. And of course if you do go for multiples of these, there's no additional post and packing to consider. So 995499 being your item number if you're wanting to get hold of that one. Now, I don't know about you, but one of the flowers that I love are snowdrops, because it's kind of the beginning of life after the winter.
It's here.
Yeah.
So gorgeous. I love them.
This is a brilliant design, and this is kind of when I think about embroidery, this is what I think of. Obviously the Rowan Dean with the organza is very much a signature style of embroidery, but this is kind of when you go right the way back to embroidery in my experience. This is the kind of results that you get.
The thing is, I think there is space for that. You know, I think a lot of people like design to look like the picture, to look like the plant, and so really this has got some straight stitching, stem stitch, but the organza's for the background, and it's just two colours, whichever you want, the green and the blue, or you want the blue and the green, and it'll give a different effect.
And I love the amount of fabric you give us with these as well, because obviously we've got this one popped into a mount, but look at the piece that you're actually getting. So if you wanted to make that into a panel to go perhaps the centre of a cushion or something like that, you could do quite easily.
Definitely do that, or a bag. I'd know a velvet bag. It would be quite nice.
And it's a really good weight as well, so very durable, so you don't have to worry if you are going to be using it as a bag. It's almost like a canvas.
It is a cotton, but it's quite a close weave, so it's really strong.
Love that. If you fancy getting hold of this particular kit, and of course all the threads associated with it, to create a gorgeous piece like this one, at 569 at 188. Very busy for this one previously as well at 7 o'clock this morning, £12.49 if you're wanting to pop that one into your basket. Now, you can't have missed the Bluebell wood. This is beautiful. This is a project really to get your teeth stuck into, isn't it?
This has a lot of stitch techniques, really. The wrapping of the trees and the pebbles at the front and the grasses, so there's lots of things, as well as straight stitch and stem stitch and French knot, so it's a little bit more textured.
And this reminds me a little bit of the silver birch one that we've seen previously, because you've got that dimension with this, and of course the tree trunks done in a similar way to the silver birch.
So inside the cord is yarn that's wrapped, and then you split the yarn off as you reach the branches and secure them at the end, so you can really make the sort of branches twist and go.
I love it. I love the wispiness of the mohair in here as well. Absolutely beautiful. Beads as well, these are all included?
Oh, beads are all included. Everything's included to create this piece.
Isn't it fabulous? I love it. And the texture that you've got from this is incredible. So if you fancy a bit of a change, perhaps you've worked on some of Katrina's kits with the organza and the wispiness, and you fancy getting your teeth stuck into something like this one. This is brilliant. So many different styles of threads included with this one. And at £26.96, Freedom members, you've got a brilliant price on this one again. £29.95 if not, but a third of the stock has gone with this one. And this is the thing that I love about this. When you have a look at all the different types of threads that we've got here, absolutely beautiful.
So we've got some pure silk that's almost like a fairly thick piece of silk, and that gives the chunky bluebells at the front. We've got some metallic threads through in the distance. We've got some knitted tape, cotton tape, so that you stitch with that to create the French knots, and that gives it its chunky effect.
I love this one. It's always got like little loops in it. It reminds me of seaweed.
Yeah, so that's a mohair loop, and it's been hand dyed, so that's how you create. Once you've done the basic tree, then you wind that through there, and that's the texture.
I love the fact that you've done all the sourcing for us, so we haven't had to go hunting those out. It's all there in the kit, ready to get going. 236399 being your item number if you fancy getting hold of this particular one. And again, pop it into your basket alongside anything else you've placed your order for, and we will get them on their way to you. Now, of course, as I mentioned, keep an eye on that price with regards to your post and packing, because Freedom members, you don't have to worry about that. £6.95 you can become a Freedom member during this hour. 888 is the item number if you need to pop that into your basket. But when you do check out your basket, we'll give you the option of becoming a Freedom member there and then. And that means that if you've popped anything in that has got a Freedom discounted price, you'll be able to take advantage of that saving instantly. And just between you and me, There's an event kicking off tomorrow for Freedom members. 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. If you're a Freedom member, make sure you are tuned in because there's lots happening. And we've got a flash Freedom save going on. So make sure that you're tuned. I paused in between those because it could have gone horribly wrong. I'm not going to lie. Don't forget to check out things like your accessories as well to help you with regards to your kits as well. There's lots of them on the website. And these are beautiful. Have you seen these? Gorgeous collection. Individually coming to you, which makes them affordable as well. Maybe you're going to build up your collection of these, but we've got a set of 3. Starting off with our pansies, as you can see there, 787559 being your item number on that one. They are all available individually, but they do come as a series, so perhaps you're going to go for these. Maybe your pansy is going to be the first one you go for. Maybe you're going to go for your heleniums. These gorgeous, we've got beading featuring with these as well, so there's something a little bit different, lots of sparkle threads in there. 941499 if you fancy popping that one into your basket. And then the final one is a Himalayan poppy, and look at that blue. Wow, that is a popper colour, isn't it? Beautiful. 090826 £12.49 if you fancy getting hold of these. Needless to say, the kits that we've been chatting about don't include the frames because that's so personal, depending on where you're going to be putting your piece of artwork, or indeed if you are going to be popping it in a frame, you might have other plans for it. So you just need to check out the website to find frames on there. What are you up to, Katrina?
Right, well, I'm going to add some beads.
Okay.
Into the foreground here as clover, so it's not all stitched. Right, so in the kit you'll get a whole collection of different colours, different size seed beads, so where you can choose which ones you want to use.
I love it. Of course, we're continuing the story of the bumblebee kit that's proved to be very, very popular already. Yeah, if you're wanting to pop this into your basket, do it as quickly as you possibly can.
So for this particular one, I'm using a bead thread, which is finer and doesn't stretch, so it keeps the bead quite secure as you're placing it onto your fabric. And I'm actually using a different needle as well. So in the kit you'll get, this one isn't a bead needle, it's a milliner's needle, which means it's got a little bit larger eye to thread, so it's a bit easier. It's slightly shorter than the other bead needles we had, but it's perhaps a little bit easier to thread.
And your bead thread, is that included with the
That's included as well.
Everything.
So you can make these clustered together or scatter them through your design. Really, really good. You're just going to pick the bead up and then you're just going to catch it in a little tiny dish.
Now, while you're stitching those in place, we were having a little chat before the show started, and we were talking about the chenille needles in the pebbles. We've got the details at the bottom of the screen. Can you explain to me why people might want to go for these?
Well, I put the needle in that I think is suitable for the design, but sometimes if you've got a section of a design, you might want to use a finer needle, or if you're using textured threads, you might want the eye to be a little bit larger, so you've got a whole collection of different sizes. So I quite like that idea.
In there, yes.
And I think it's quite nice to have that. Just to, you know, some people do like to work with an extra fine needle. So you've got one in there, and it's the chenille, so it'll still have a large eye and sharp point.
Okay. Of course, you've got your flower head pins as well, so of course they're nice and flat against your work. You've got magnets as well.
Well, they're really, really good. I mean, I know you could do something to go on the fridge. You know, you could turn one of these into a thing, but it's mainly for if you've got your work in a tapestry frame or you've got your work on here. You just put the magnet either side, and it holds your needle in place or your scissors, so they're not going to slip off onto the floor.
Just what you use that for. That's a really clever idea.
So that's technically what the floor, but I know people use them as create something and make it into a
nice
fridge magnet.
Like that idea. If you fancy getting hold of that set, just £9.99 for all 3 of those items. And as you can see, they're those fabulous chenille needles. I love the fact that they do actually come in that little pebble there. Of course, your flower head pins and of course your magnets featuring there as too. All for £9.99, 741201. But we are, of course, demonstrating that fabulous kit, the Bumblebee kit.
I think we're going to do the bee's wings.
The bee's wings. This is the bit that I was looking forward to.
When we print these, they're printed as a group of 3.
Okay.
So you get 3.
Okay.
So if you lose one, you're fine. Or you want to make more than one bee on your piece, or put it on something else. But they're printed like that, and then you just cut it out. And every time I put it down, I sort of lose it. So that's why we've got 3, or it's sticking to the floor.
Through experience, then.
So you cut out the shape, and then you're just going to hold that in place, and then you're just going to stitch over that little piece. You're just going to hold that in place, and you're just going to do, and that little piece of organza in the middle is what holds it in place so that you can see the wing. And so the shaded part of the fabric is where you're going to place the bees' wings, and then they're just going to be secured.
They're just a couple of little
with
stitches.
A couple of little stitches, and you sort of blend that stitching together. So it's not meant to look like stripy bands. It's meant to, you know, you can add the stitching and just create a more feathery effect. And so really that makes it 3D. I think the wings, it wouldn't be the same without three-dimensional wings.
It adds a bit more interest, doesn't it? And it gives it that Rowan-Dean kind of signature feel to it.
It does. So if I was doing this, it would probably be the last thing that you do on your piece, just in case it gets caught, or. But you've got extra wings anyway, so it wouldn't be a problem.
And I've noticed you're using one of the hoops now as well. You've popped your work into there. Does that make it a little bit more manageable at this stage?
I mean, a hoop's good for whatever stage, apart from stem stitch. I think it keeps the work taut. It gives you something to hold, and I think when you stretch your work at the end, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah, so I can't say anything but good. In both sizes, you could work with the larger size on this one, or you can work with the smaller size. I just think they're brilliant. And
you've got the choice because you're getting both of them in this kit, so you can decide mid-project if you wanted to as well. Pink one, you can see there being your 5-inch hoop, and that purple one being your 7-inch hoop, and you're also getting the most fabulous little pair of scissors alongside them as well. £14 and 38 pence. Is it tricky to get your work into the hoops at all?
That's very easy. I mean, if you're doing hand stitching like I am, I like the frame to be this way around. So all that you do is you just take the hoop and then just hold the spring, and as long as it's on a flat surface, then it's just going to clip into place and you can work with it. I like to be able to see the plastic ring, but you could work the other way. I know some people who do machine embroidery would work this way, so that you know, and you can move the spring out of the way if you think your thread's going to get caught. So just move it into a position where
that's a good point. Maybe the larger hoop might be an idea for that.
The same thing. And then if the tension it does come a little bit loose, all that you do is you just add it and then pull around the edge, and that's just going to retighten it. So it's not as complicated as working with it, or wrapping it with, you know. So this, I think, keeps a much better finish to your work.
There you go.
And they last for ages, though. So
well, definitely, yes. The only thing is that you're likely to lose them, so maybe go for a couple of those. So if they're tucked away or you're working on different projects, you might want a couple of those, mightn't you? So details are on your screen if you fancy getting hold of those. 646 785, and Freedom members, another discounted price of £14 and 39 pence.
And then the last bit on this one is the leaf, and we've got a couple of pieces of organza that you're going to overlay over the shape of the dandelion leaf, and then you're just going to put those pieces on, stitch all the way around, and then cut the excess off, and that makes a much deeper colour, and it makes it look a bit more 3D. So you keep a little, there'll be enough in your, when you've put your organzas down, to have some extra pieces for the leaves. So you're almost, I suppose, appliquing the organza over the top.
And like you say there, because you've got the wispiness of the organza, building it up, you still kind of got that wispiness, but you've got the depth of colour because you've got multiple layers.
And you could make it much more, you know, you could really shred the fabric and distort it, and, you know, it's just a great thing.
And I love it, and you can see those fabulous leaves in place there. I love it. Now, I will warn you that half the stock of this particular kit has gone. You are loving this one. Who can blame you? It's such an adorable piece to work on. And, of course, you've got that three-dimensional with the regards to the beads, and, of course, those gorgeous little wispy wings. Definitely worth considering going for this one. Such an affordable price as well, £11 and 99 pence. So if this one is kind of getting your creative juices flowing, then why not go for it? 863017 being your item number. Lots of you taking advantage of that particular price and kit, but also lots of you taking advantage of other bits and pieces, including the sparkle cards. These are beautiful. Let me show you these. They're gorgeous. You've got a fabulous tweed base. So where we've been talking about organza and canvases being your base, with these particular ones you've got the tweed. A lovely fabric, and with these as well, Katrina, where you've actually got that kind of feathered edge, it's one of those that you can kind of pull those edges out very easily.
So once you've done all your 6 of your designs, then you just cut them and then you just pull off the fibres and you fray it, and it's got that nice textured look, and then you can apply it to the card.
These are absolutely beautiful. I mean, have a close look at this one. This is gorgeous. The purple in there, absolutely beautiful. You can see there you've got the sparkle with regards to these. So the Sparkles card kits is making 6 of these. To be honest, you could actually take that little piece there of the tweed and put it onto a larger piece. Maybe keep those cards for another project. But look at the detail that you've got in here. And I love this one as well, with a gorgeous pop of pinks and reds in there. Beautiful kit. 6 cards, and that is including the little cards and envelopes to work with them as well. Works out at £2.50 a card. Isn't that beautiful? 163 654 being your item number if you're wanting to get a hold of these. Definitely worth considering, and at that price, definitely worth going for. Do not miss out on those. Don't miss out on those by checking on the website as well, because we've got lots of other things on the website as well. So maybe you would like to go on then and have a look and check out those reviews. You can see 5-star reviews, brilliant reviews there, and look at this. You can see reviews from people just like yourself, like-minded crafters that have taken the plunge, gone for one of these items. So here you can see this will be pleasurable to sew and look stunning when finished and framed. Rowan kits are well explained and always have enough thread, etc., so you don't need to worry about running out. And don't forget, if you've got any little bits left over, perhaps keep them in a little tub, and you might want to add an extra few little signature beads of your own to different projects as well. So yeah, really get those creative juices flowing. Now, what are we up to next?
We're going to look at Cat by the Hydrangea.
Oh, lovely.
So I think it's a little while. I don't even think we've done a French knot yet. So I think we'll have to do a couple of French knots.
French knots.
It's one of the stitches that you just have to do, and I think it just gives it a great effect. So I'm going to show these to start with. So the whole of the hydrangea is worked in this. Now it's worked in 2 strands.
Okay.
All right. Now if you wanted a more heavier, chunkier effect, you could use 3 strands. There'd be enough in the kit to do 2 strands of one and 1 strand of another, but it is written in 2 strands.
And I must very, very quickly as well, because this came in at the top of the hour. So, Nick, I do apologise, forgot to mention your email. Nick from Bulgaria emailed in, and he's a regular regular tuner into Hochanda. And he was saying before he came across the Rowan kits, he'd only tried cross-stitch before. He loves Katrina's designs and Rowan designs, and he just loves the fact that you've got so much interest with these particular kits. Loves the whole process from beginning right the way through to the end. And he used to struggle with French knots, but down to your tuition, he really enjoys them.
Excellent.
And he's also learned lots of other stitches in the process as well. Finds it very therapeutic, and I think you're in very good company there, and he would recommend the kits to anybody who's considering them.
That's kind. Thank you.
It's good to have you involved as well. So French knots.
Okay, so French knots. Again, use the hoop. I think it's good to work with. Okay, so this stitch, you're going to hold the thread about a couple of centimetres away, and you're just going to wind the thread around once, twice, and you keep your hands well back, and you're almost holding the thread at the top of the needle, so it's not going to fall to the tip of the needle. So you've got plenty of time to place the needle, and then you can tighten the threads around the needle, and that keeps it sort of twizzled around the needle. And then as you pull that through, once you've got almost the way, let it travel in on its own, and you'll get a nice shape. Now, because it's only 2 strands, they're very dainty. You know, that it's quite a nice shape, and it's quite a nice, it's just a nice way of working with all the different colours. Once you start, you can't stop doing French knots. So I'm doing working the stitch really quite slowly, but actually once you get going, you can work the stitch and it will cover an area.
And we see French knots appearing so often because there can be little seeds, can't they? They could almost make whatever you want. There could be individual little petals, as they are on this occasion.
They can be hedgerows in the distance. They can be texture in the foreground. You know, it's just one stitch that you can't not do. Even on the heleniums there, that's 6 strands and 3 strands, so they're much chunkier.
And it's almost as if you're creating a little bead of thread when you're actually getting that dimension. It's almost as if you stitched a bead in place. Now, with regards to French knots, there's a couple of things that I know you definitely need to remember. The first one I've experienced, which is you don't go through the same hole that you came out of.
Just disappears and you wonder where it's gone.
Don't make a stitch at all. And then you were talking about using 2 strands to create a smaller French knot. What if you wanted a chunkier one?
You make the thread thicker.
Okay, so you don't go around 3 or 4 times.
So don't go around 6 times thinking it'll be a bigger French knot. It changes the shape and the stitch falls to one side. And if we're going to do it, it should look like almost like a little rose in the middle.
Yes.
It should look nice and neat. If you work the thread round and round and round, it just looks messy. And
so
I think these could look better when it's
So if you've had a French knot that kind of goes into almost like a little cone, is that because you've gone round too many times?
too many times.
Okay.
But then don't take it out, just stitch over.
Okay.
You know, you only ever sort of undo something. If you're really looking at one bit and say, well, that one's not perfect, you can always stitch around it and then take it out if you just don't like looking at it. So you'll be able to disguise it.
I love it.
But once you get going, you will sense the tension as you push it through the fabric, and it becomes very, very easy. And I've got sort of like 2 shades, a blue and a purple, and that's going to give a great combination of colours. So, you know, looking at the card, the 4 colours that you use, you'll get quite a lot of contrast in those. So
and do you always use 2 threads from exactly the same skein, or can you mix those up?
Oh, you can mix those up. You can mix.
So you
those
could take
up.
one of the lighter purple,
yes,
one of the
oh yeah,
darker.
definitely mix the 2.
And hydrangeas, is it hydrangeas that the kind of the colour of the flower depends on the iron content in the soil?
Yes, I think ours are pink in our garden.
Yes, I think you get pinks and blues, and I can't remember which way round it is, but I know some people have kind of buried nails close by, don't they, to increase the iron content of the soil. Don't know if it works, but there you go.
But I think it's a sculptural plant, and I think this stitch lends itself to that. So I'm going to show them the next bit is the leaves. So the leaves are worked in straight stitch. I'll just fasten that off. So again, fastening off the thread, just wind it round a couple of times.
Okay.
And that's enough to secure the threads rather than don't tie that off at the end. So just take those across. And then if you're going to do a leaf, so again I've got a mixed colour. And so these ellipse shapes are the leaves. So to start the leaf, and it doesn't matter, people worry about when it's sat in stitch, getting the angle correct, doesn't matter. I think people worry too much about being a perfect stitch. I think the more stitching you do, the better it'll get. And that's, but don't worry. But don't, don't, you know, who cares what the back looks like? You know, it doesn't really matter.
And this is kind of your ethos behind all of your kits, isn't it? Enjoy it. It might not be a perfect stitch every single time, but it's kind of part of your stitching journey.
And I don't think it matters really what the back looks like, unless it's going to be for a garment. You know, there are a few things that you need to follow. But I think just enjoy the stitching. So you'll get a much... So for this satin stitch, I'm going all the way through the fabric, and then I'm bringing the needle up at the back. Ooh, beads everywhere.
That's all right. You've probably noticed already at the bottom of your screen they're warning you about our phone queues, talking 2-minute queues, so apologies if you're caught up in those, but we will keep you good company in the meantime. If you can jump onto the website, it might be worth you checking out your order that way instead, to bypass those queues if you wanted to.
So again, actually, if it's not exactly straight, don't worry, you can always go back and add a stitch in there. You want to go to the outside of the print, so you don't want to see the black line at the end. And it doesn't matter
and
which combination.
If you see any little kind of gaps in the canvas that you want to fill in, can you just
go
back?
You can take, you can just go or take one strand and add a little bit to the edge. So it's really just have a go, I think.
So easy. So that's your cat, Kate. We've been busy for that one as well, and over a third of the stock has gone. If you fancy getting hold of this one and you're a Freedom member, then just £10.79 is your price for this one, £11.99 otherwise, but 553893 is the all-important item number. And look at that piece, isn't it beautiful? And as Katrina said earlier on, if you fancy making it personalised, perhaps you've got a ginger Tom, or maybe you've got a smoky grey cat that you're wanting to actually change the colour of the cat, and you've got threads of your own, then by all means you can do. And of course, any of your orders that you're wanting to place, jump onto the website or give us a call. But if you wanted to go for this particular kit, let me show you what you get in that kit. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, everything that you could possibly need. All included in that kit, 553893. Do not miss out on that kit one. I'm going to give you a little bit of a review of some of the other items that are proving to be very popular as well. These ones, of course, we saw these, one of the newest kits that Katrina's brought to us. We've only seen them this year to start with. So if you wanted to get hold of this series of 3, pansies might be the first one that you go for. 787 559 being your item number, £12.49. The same price, you've got your heleniums, and these ones have got that gorgeous power of oranges featuring and some gorgeous little seed beads. 941499 being your item number on that one, and again just £12.49. And the final one is that beautiful blue Himalayan. I've got my L's and my M's in the wrong order then. Poppy kits, £12.49, 090826. And of course, both of those are slightly larger than some of the other kits that we've been looking at, only very slightly. But if you fancy getting your teeth stuck into something that is large, I'm not going to say huge, because it's a manageable size piece, and I think for the price it is absolutely beautiful. Now this particular one is gorgeous. You can see it's been popped into a frame with a mount to make it appear even larger, so you've got free reign with that one. If you're wanting it to be a larger frame, then my suggestion, get yourself a nice deep mount to work with. But look at the detail that you've got in here. I love the way that the mohair threads that have been chosen by Katrina give you almost like that mossy feel. You've got the wispiness here of the grasses, which of course you've got all that fabulous movement, and the dimension as well, absolutely incredible. The tree trunks, a very clever technique. You may have come across one of Katrina's kits with silver birches in, very similar technique, but I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to probably get into trouble for doing it, but I'm going to do it anyway. If I tilt it, I just wanted to try and show you, look at the depth that you've got there. So let's turn it around and see if we can actually show you. Let's go from this side. Look at that. So you can see all those fabulous grasses there, the depth that you've got from the pebbles and the boulders there. And of course, everything that you need is included within the kit. So all the beads that you need, all the threads, and of course, I was talking about this one at the top here, the mohair with the little loops in there. Doesn't it add, it just finishes it off, makes it absolutely perfect. And of course, they're all carded, ready for you to get going the moment your kit arrives. Beautiful kit, I have to say, everything that you need in there, £26.96 if you're a Freedom member, 236399. Now, something you might like to consider if you are going for this one, or maybe you're working on larger projects of your own, the tapestry frame is a really easy way for you to make sure that you keep the tension correct on your project. It's made up of 4 battens. You've also got your webbing on there, so you can actually stick your canvas in place. And if you are working on a larger piece, you can actually rotate these because you have got your wing nuts in there, so you can move the piece around. Really affordable, £11.99, and having the right tension on your fabric is so important to ensure that you are getting a true stitch out with these, no warping and stretching. 852224, and you can see it breaks down for storage. It's really easy for you to take those battens apart. Could quite easily pop that into a bag, couldn't you, alongside your project if you're wanting to. And if you do want to take your project on the go, top tip from me, when I've done a few tapestries, I've left the canvas actually attached to the webbing and taken out those side pieces. It creates a rectangle, because then you can roll everything up, pop it in a bag and take it on your travels. So it's a little tip from me. 852224 if you fancy going for that particular kit. Now, the snowdrops, this one is adorable. Beautiful design. Again, a large piece of fabric for you to work on, so it can be as small or as large as you want it to be. Katrina kind of hasn't said to you it's got to be this size. You can work on it and perhaps use the extra fabric to make it into an even larger piece. Maybe extend your design. Once you've learned how to create those stitches, you might want to take that design and almost run it off the mount if you're wanting to. But what a beautiful kind of base to get started with. Again, all the threads that you need are included with this particular one, and you can see this is the result that you get. But this is something you could then incorporate into a project, maybe a bag or a cushion, or maybe keep it in a frame. It's entirely up to you. You've got that freedom of creativity with this kit. 569188, again, £12.49. Such affordable prices with these. Absolutely love this. Now, of course, if you fancy creating a project that you are going to be able to use and kind of can become almost like an heirloom with regards to these. This is a perfect one for you. You've got a choice of two, poppies and bluebells, depending on the colour scheme that you're wanting to go down. And these are beautiful. We're talking about hand-dyed felt with these as well. Katrina's gone to the time and trouble to ensure that you have got the premium grade elements with regards to these to make sure that you are getting the perfect results. So, which should we have a look at? Should we have a look at the bluebell one to start with? Let's go through the pages here. Now, of course, it's a practical booklet that is going to allow you to learn how to create those stitches if you want to, or create a story almost if you're stitching. Again, you're going to get all those fabulous organzas in there, you're going to get beads in there, and you are going to get the inspiration from Katrina with those patterns and those layouts. But of course, you've got free reign. If you don't want to create it exactly as Katrina's done, then by all means you can do. But it's a beautiful set. Now, this one is your bluebell, which I must admit, I love the blues in this one, but you are loving your poppies. You're going for that fiery red. And this one, again, everything that you need is in there. Gorgeous little tiny flowers that you're going to be able to create, as you can see it, but building up that story, that experience of sewing. And as I say, this would be a lovely heirloom. Love the little pocket that Katrina's popped in this one. So if you have gone for your pebble with your little needles in there, your chenille needles, then you can pop that away in there if you wanted to. £14.39, Freedom members, that's all you're paying for this particular one. £15.99 otherwise. Both really good prices for something that you can be able to create, enjoy and be able to use. £9.95, £4.99 if you fancy going for those. Now, what else might you want to pop into your basket? Well, if you're wanting to go for the dandelion and the bumblebee, I hope you're going for this one quickly, because approaching 60% of the stock has gone. So Katrina working on this one at the top of the hour. It's the first opportunity that we've had for her to actually show this design. I'm just going to move those threads out of the way so you can have a little look at the beauty of this design. Absolutely gorgeous. Of course, you've got your organzas in here, you've got those fabulous stem stitches, straight stitches featuring in these, and of course you've got that wispiness of the little bumblebee's wings. Now, don't think to yourself, oh my goodness, there's a little set of wings in there, I could well lose those. Katrina has thought about it. She's actually giving you 3 pairs of those. So if you're very frugal, you could be creating your design, as you can see here, and then maybe using those other ones to add on to another project. 863017 being your item number if you fancy getting hold of this one, and a really affordable price yet again at £11.99. Now, if you fancy going for a smaller project, maybe you're just getting started with your embroidery and you're thinking, I'm going to go for small, I don't want to take on anything that's too huge, then this could be the kit for you. You've got 6 kits within here to create the most adorable little cards. Look at these, they're beautiful. Again, you're going to learn so much. Now, these are slightly different because you've got tweed fabric that you're stitching onto here, and as you look at these cards, you've got that lovely feature of that fraying around the edge. But of course, what you could do is pop them onto or into a canvas or a frame, or you can give them as cards, as you can see. Works out just £2.50 per project with these, and you have got your cards and you've got your envelopes with these as well. So definitely affordable way of getting started, and you're going to have so much fun with these. Maybe work on these alongside maybe a daughter, a son, niece, nephew. Could be a group project, couldn't it? Very easy. 163654, £14.95. Now, of course, you'll find these card kits along with all the other kits on the website. It's a really easy way for you to place your order. It's a good way of checking out those reviews as well. Lots of fabulous reviews. Freedom members, you can see there, lots of blue flashes on there, so lots of discounted prices. And of course, if you're not already a Freedom member, you can do that as you check out your basket. And you might want to be, because we've got all sorts of fabulous Freedom save events starting. It's actually 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, so make sure that you are tuned in to take advantage of those savings as well. Now, oh, the snowdrops. We've got about 5 minutes left, Katrina.
Okay. So again, we've got our design on the fabric, and I've pinned on the 2 colours of organza.
Okay.
All right. Now in the pack as well, you've got some green organza, which I have cut in half. So I'm going to fray on the bias, so that's like the stretchy part. So if you like the texture, then you can fray a little piece like that, and that can be stitched on along the edge of the picture, and then you ignore it and then stitch over the top, so you've just got a little bit of texture or colour in the background.
I love that.
All right. Or you could stitch your whole design first, and then keep the little piece and apply that afterwards, so it's a little bit of wispy grass.
Yes.
So that's optional, you know, because some people just like all the stitching.
Yes.
And maybe a bit of colour in the background, or just you can leave whatever you like.
It's
really,
your piece.
it's your piece. It's your design. But that, I mean, I just like messy texture. So I would definitely have that.
See, there's lots of people that will be watching that will be like, oh my goodness, I can't do that.
Yes, I know.
Can't fray that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so if you've done a lot of countered stitching, then you know, this is a great one because it's straight stitch and about 3-4 French knots and a little bit of stem stitch.
Really?
So
That's
the
all?
design is really, it's the contrast between the fabric and the white petals.
Love it.
So petals are easy. Petals are so easy.
Okay.
And I've just got the shape, and I've just used one strand, and I've just gone over the shape just so I've got a record of how I'm going to stitch it, if you like. I've got guidelines.
Yes.
So, and then I'm going to fill the whole shape in, so you won't see any of the background fabric.
Okay.
So it's mostly straight stitch for the petals. And these are from my garden. These were the snowdrops in the garden. So
gosh, it sounds like a beautiful place to live.
It's a plant that I think is just fabulous, and they just get more and more and more every year. So
I love the way they kind of, especially if you have had snow on the ground, they seem to push themselves through. They seem to have such a strength.
It's just that sunshine that they bring. So you've got the organza. So the stem stitch, we did that on the bumblebee. All right. So I would recommend do that without your frame and just work. And it's a curved line, so you're going to get a lovely shape. And so on the back it looks like a back stitch, so it's a bit spiky.
Yeah.
So a stem stitch is smoother, it's much easier to do, and I think gives a better look to curved shapes. So that's just going to add that. And then you can put it in your frame to do the actual snowdrop.
And like you say, when you're actually working on the stem stitch, you're almost folding the fabric in half as you work.
That's right, and so it just feels comfortable
Yeah.
to do. Sometimes if you work this stitch in a frame, you can't bring the needle back up. It feels so it's not enough room. So do that stitch before you put it into your frame. So even if it was one with a tree, like we've got one called Grazing Sheep, where I would definitely do that, then put it into the tapestry frame afterwards. So, you know, stem stitches, quite nice. And then again, to fasten off, you just take that through. And so the instructions will take you through each part, each flower, and then there's always the opportunity, if you want, to add a little bit of organza from if you wanted to. All right, you could do, or you could just leave it with the straight stitching and a couple of French knots. I love it. And I mean, I think it's a really nice design. It is
gorgeous. I mean, obviously you can see the piece that Katrina's working on there, work in progress, as you can see there. And you're going to hop it into your hoop now.
The crocuses, I've got them as purple, but if you've got them in your garden and you want to change the colour, you've got opportunities to do that as well.
Isn't it absolutely beautiful? I love it. And of course, if you do want to go for the snowdrop kits, we have got the details on your screen. Katrina was here at 7 o'clock this morning, bright and early. So if you did miss out on that show, don't forget you can go back on Rewind. So some of the projects that Katrina's worked on was in that hour. I don't think any of the projects in this hour you worked on then.
So
both mixed over the two shows. So definitely go back and watch. If you want to add your snowdrops, this is what you're going to be able to create with them. Perhaps, and I say perhaps because you are in control, you decide exactly how you're going to work with this one. You might change the colour of your crocuses. Was it croci?
Yeah, there's more than one crocus.
Croci? Oh, I don't know.
Just say a crocus.
A crocus multiplied. 569-188, £12.49. Just going to give you a little bit of a short review. Remind us some of the different items that you have been choosing to go for, including the bumblebee as well. Of course, this is a fabulous little kit. You've been loving this one in your droves. 863017, £11.99, but 60% of the stock has gone. Don't forget, you can continue to place your orders after the show, but if you are watching on a repeat, we don't know for definite that we're going to have that one, those sort of figures, so definitely get in while you've got the opportunity. Another one that you might want to add in is this particular set. Makes 6 beautiful little cards, as you can see here, or 6 pieces of artwork created on the fabulous tweed. 163654, £14.95. And another one that you have been loving is the bluebell wood. This one is gorgeous. Oh, look at this one. This is a smaller piece. Beautiful design, I have to say again. So if you fancy getting hold of this one, £26.96. £15 and 236399 being your item number. And of course you need somewhere to keep all these fabulous needles and pins tucked away, and we've got a perfect way of doing it. Choice of 2 different styles, Poppy and Bluebell, with regards to these, and this is your needle case, £15 and 99 995499 if you fancy going for those. Katrina, I've had a fabulous summer.
Great, thank you.
We've been very, very busy, so it's been really good to have your company as well. Katrina, when are we expecting you back again?
Later on in February.
With new bits?
Yes, oh, absolutely, some new designs.
Oh, I love it. February time, there's all sorts of wonderful things happening, so yeah, make sure you do stay tuned. And don't forget, if you're wanting to place your order for any of those kits that you've seen demonstrated or anything during the hour, then please do so. And don't forget about your tools as well to help you work alongside those wonderful pieces that you've got. Katrina, thank you. You've been inspiration yet again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again for the French knots again. It's always useful to know. Do stay tuned. We've got another show coming up straight after the break. We have indeed. It's Let Leonie Loose. Leonie and Dave will be coming up straight after the break. Then we've got Desire, a creator card, and I think Matt's up